Ha 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 ha. Yes. Good morning, Dave. Tesh. Let's go. Let's go. Tesh has been waiting for Bitcoin all night to get to 60. Hi, Omega. Hello, Jay. Fair mixture. Good morning. Let's go, Virus. Let's go. Let's go. I'm late today. Well, that's okay, though. I was busy doing other things and then roasting Paul in Discord. Paul, where are you? Unbelievable. Scott, good morning. Laura, good morning. Jay, good morning. Patricia, good morning. Other J, there's three J's. Abdu, good morning. Let's make monies, please. Give me the monies. River, good morning. Jericho, good morning. Stay green, not greedy, please. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jameson. Alan, good morning. Walter, good morning. Natalia, good morning. Oleg, good morning. Vivian, good morning. Prime. Dazed, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Guardian, good morning. Lion, good morning. Lizzie, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. So Paul and I, was it yesterday? I mean, Paul and I like had a one-on-one yesterday. I'm like, hey Paul. He's like, I keep holding these names and praying that they go up, Rigo, good morning. That's my problem. I hold them and I hope they go back up. I'm like, okay, Paul. Like this stock is beautiful, by the way. Kind of ruined a good chart. This chart is very nice, right? If you look to the left hand side, beautiful. Natalie, you see it. Laura, you see it. Oleg, you see it. Beautiful chart, easy to trade, in my opinion, right? Very easy to trade. In the way that it's popping initially and then coming back up really slowly, really, really slow, and then boom, right? So then beautiful chart. Whether you bought the curl or the breakout, it doesn't matter, right? Beautiful. That thing just kept pumping, right? So then I'm like, hey, Paul, I mean, I say this on stream all the time. Do not buy the damn stock below the 9 EMA. Unless you see that it's really, really consolidating in a demand zone and it's finding support. Do not buy the damn stock below the 9 EMA. You want to know when Paul jumped in? Right there when it's crashing. Right there when it's crashing. Right? Does it look like it's below the 9 EMA? Yes, it does, doesn't it? Does it look like it's consolidating or it's crashing? It's crashing, right? And then crash, and it's been below the 9 the entire time. So we've gone from $4.80 all the way to $3.90 without getting back above the 9 EMA. So sometimes I want to slap somebody, right? Because sometimes we do this to ourselves, right? Because we feel the FOMO. Paul, you better not be on stream because I'm coming for you. Unbelievable. Again, look at that stock. Still below the 9 EMA. Exactly, Jill. You cannot just be holding names hoping that they come back. Please come back, please, please. If you come back this one time, I promise to go to church on Sunday. Don't do that, please. Right? If a stock doesn't look good and it's crashing, leave it alone. If you're in a stock and it's crashing and it's doing things you don't want it to do, get rid of it. Right? Because Paul could have easily looked at this and said, hey, you know what? Like it's below the nine, it's making new lows right there. Let me just cut this position because it's making brand new lows. You know what that would have saved Paul? A lot of headaches. A lot, a lot, a lot. Already? Jeff, yeah, we live and we learn. We live and learn. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. You know, you live and you learn, right? So and it's hard when you're in the moments. Like when you're in the moment, you're like, oh my goodness, this stock was cooking earlier. It's gonna cook again, isn't it? At least I'm getting a discount. Doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, especially on a name that doesn't have a catalyst. I mean, the catalyst is compliance. That's not amazing news, right? WZ, good morning, Jason, Jeff. So if you go back, uh, okay, not again. So it uh is so short data. Anyways, Gorilla. Let me take a look. Yeah, Gorilla seems to be this is NIT on the left hand side then. Yeah, Gorilla seems to just be going sideways enough for now, Abdu. This is yeah. This is one of those names that I like if the volume can really kick in. Just because if you look at everything else, so I like Gorilla, I like MNPR, TNON kind of stands out as well. Those are probably my top three names going into the open, right? So these are the type of gambles you take, guys, right? So let's say you're holding a stock, you're watching a stock, right? It's been crashing forever, forever, forever. You're like, it's still below the nine, but I want to take a gamble, right? Maybe the 200 is when you take a gamble. Maybe the VWAP is when you take a gamble. Maybe the demand zone is when you take a gamble. Not at a random level, right? You don't just look at this and say, oh, you know what? I'm feeling pretty today. I had pancakes for breakfast, and bacon. And then you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the dip right there. What the hell are you buying right here? Is my question, right? If you're gonna take a gamble, that gamble might as well be somewhere that could potentially bounce. The 200 EMA, pretty big support, right? The demand zone, the VWAP. Take it at an educated gamble level. And if it breaks below, get rid of it. Alrighty? If you're gonna buy something, let it be at a level that has something to it. Like this white line we talk about all the time. Maybe. I'm feeling pretty today. I just want to randomly buy it. The market's gonna look at me and say, "Look at that butt," and it's gonna go back up, huh? No, it doesn't. Right? So, if you're gonna gamble, let it be an educated gamble, not just a random buy. Yes, Lion. Good morning, Chris. And good morning. Losing a hunt and took the. There you go, Richard. There you go. Right there you go. So like, you know, make it easy on yourself, please and thank you. So we shall see what that does. Again, I like what MNPR is doing. Probably at the very top of the list. TNON because it's the top gainer. So I mean, even though we talk, look at this one, guys. Look at this one. This is another stupid stock, right? Yeah, it's crashing. It's crashing, 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 crashing. Don't just say I look pretty. Maybe look at the 200 EMA and say, oh, maybe it's a demand zone as well. Oh, now you have two things going for you, right? You have the 200, you have the demand zone. Okay, maybe let's take the gamble, right? Don't just randomly buy stuff because you feel pretty. Yeah. La 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 la. So yeah, TNON looks interesting, and MNPR looks interesting as well, and then Gorilla just because it's still sitting in that range. So those would be my top three for now. Question for you guys in the chat though: what's your favorite name going into the open? La 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 la. And then OBLG is still curling there. There you go. Basic level, the MACD, the VWAP, the EMA, focus on volume and momentum, la 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 la, 10% gain, and okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, perfect. Due to work, you hate your manager. That's okay. We have 2 minutes left, guys, and the market open. Market open in less than a minute now. La 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 la. So Paul, where's Paul? Take a screenshot. Uh, 11. Uh, you're on stream? Okay, good. Yeah, so take a screenshot of all the trades you took today, Paul, and we can take a look. Right? So take a screenshot. Every single trade you took today. Every one, right? Again, this is what we just said, right? Look at that, Paul. What do you see here, right? Below the 9 EMA the entire time until we hit the 200 and we crossed back above the 9 and then there's a bit of a bounce, right? So there you go. Anyways, again, so Gorilla looks interesting there. MNPR still looks interesting. And then TNON. They're all kind of at the same level here. Um, right, so make sure I have this ready to go. That's like your favorite name now, Bob, isn't it? Alrighty. So now let's see what cooks here. Come on, T-Nun. Give us that little bouncy bounce. Good morning, everybody. Good morning if I missed you. Market open, so let's see what is looking good. Alrighty. Most of these names kind of look a bit sus. So we just give it a bit of time, right? Give it a few minutes here. Give it a few minutes. And then we shall go from there. Alrighty, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, come join us already. BKYI GV halted up. Let me pull up BKYI here. BKYI. Little pop at the open again. Most of this is just random pops at the open. Yogi, love it. Right? So BKYI, good exit for you too, Yogi, because that's a double top. right? Beautiful exit. Congratulations, right? Again, this is another one of those examples that in this case it's dropping, but it's bouncing off a demand zone, right? So, and that's what Yogi was looking for, right? Beautiful. And now we're failing in a supply zone, not a massive surprise. TNON with a bit of a bit of a pop there, right? So again, let's see what happens. SMMT, is that news or is that just yeah, TNON is good morning, Dan. There goes TNON. I mean, is this pumping because of what happened in anyways? Anyways, where's Josh? Where's Josh? Is it halted up, guys? Yeah, TNON is halted up. TNON is halted up. Gorilla is not breaking out yet, so there's nothing to see. SMFL with a nice little pop as well. So that looks good. MNPR is still sitting in that same range, and TNON is halted up. Alrighty. Halted up. Dan, how are you? Did it stop raining? Yep. So this one's halted, and let's see what happens here with SMFL. Nice little drop at the open and then a bounce. Kareem, my bad, wasn't here. If you talked about Wheeler already, kind of. What's your position, though, Kareem? Let me know, and I'll take a look. Alrighty. Give me some details about your position, and I'll take a look. Again, really good exit, by the way, Yogi. I said that already, but really good exits. Sometimes when you see resistance on a stock, just take it, right? Sometimes when it's right there staring at you in the face, just say thank you very much. I'm gonna take it, right? So that's exactly what's happened. From the bottom to the top, make it drop, right? Drop, drop, drop. So TNON is still halted. SMFL. Let's see if these candles can close above $1.35 ish. Drop below and close back above, which is the 200 EMA. Alrighty. Mullen always has news, and for some reason that stock is still a disaster. Mullen is not a stock I'd be looking at and saying, "Oh, there's news," right? So please ignore that. MNPR, guys, again, still sitting in that range. So for this thing to cook, it needs to again hold the bottom of the range, which is around this price, right? That's the bottom it's been holding the entire morning, but it also needs to break above the top side of it. All right. Uh, Mullen is actually pumping. Wow. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. So TNON is still halted, and OBLG is going back to the abyss, right? It's an acquisition. Oh, see, everybody is secretly trading Mullen, huh? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let me pull up Mullen. Everybody is secretly trading Mullen. Mullen is going for 20 cents. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Not bad. I mean, let's see if Mullen can clear 20 cents, guys, right? If you look to the left, you can clearly see that resistance closer to 20 cents. So let's see if it can break out. You got in yesterday, Saints. Hopefully, you're green in your position, right? Again, just be aware that your next resistance is 20 cents. And if that thing ever, for some reason, breaks below that 17, pack your bags and leave because it's going to the abyss, right? So, what's the news again on Mullen? Was that 21 hours ago? Or that's why? Huh. Expansion, blah blah blah, certification. Okay, that was 2 days ago, and that was yesterday. Interesting. Okay. I'm just thinking again. Whenever I see Mullen news, I just ignore. Like, Mullen, what's that? Garbage. So in Fresno, California, service. La 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 la. Blah 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 blah. The addition of Affinity truck gives a strong foothold. La 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 la. Bring la la la. Yeah, the reason I really like that is because I'm still very skeptical. But anyways, still very skeptical. Yeah, no, Mullen is not a stock I would ever touch. But make monies though. Make monies and I smile. Anyway, so yeah, TNON is still halted up there, and MNPR is breaking below the bottom of the range. right? This is why, again, you let that thing drop all the way to the abyss and then curl, or you simply just wait for the breakout. If it doesn't break out, then you leave it alone, especially in the morning. Alrighty, SMFL is doing a good job there, holding that 200 EMA. So let's see if it stays above. OBLG again, still garbage, right? Still garbage. So again, Paul, when we did our one-on-one yesterday, or again, if you're watching the stream every single day we talk about this, right? You do not buy a stock that's below the 9 EMA. You do not buy. You do not buy. You do not buy, right? We came up with a plan. You do not buy below the 9 EMA, right? Well, you bought that thing right there when it's crashing. No signs of consolidation, no signs of support, simply going to the abyss. Unacceptable, right? Unacceptable. Like I said earlier, you cannot just wake up and tell and look at short data, right? You don't do research. You do not do research on a momentum scam stock, right? Research is not good. You don't do research on Mullen. He isn't in Mullen because he's done research. It's because he's looked at the chart, right? You don't do research, please, on a garbage stock that's pumping. It's not pumping because of your research. It's technicals, right? I'm gonna take a look at Wheeler for sure because there are quite a few of you guys asking, so I'll take a look, right? You don't do research, please. I know like I'm saying like don't do research, and then some people are going to say but you don't do research. Again, always remember why the stock is pumping. The stock is pumping for a specific reason, so stick to that reason. It's if it's momentum, stick to momentum by looking at the technicals, right? You don't all of a sudden go say, oh, I smart, I go look at short data and I feel pretty today. I feel so pretty, I'm just gonna buy. And the shorts are gonna look at me and say, oh, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. We go up, guys. No, you don't do that, right? If a stock is giving you warning signs, you do not buy it. Please, please. You will end up at the bridge. So, for all of you guys saying, hey, Blaze, what do you think about the short data? He's so pretty, right? Right, Jonathan? The market doesn't care how pretty you are. The market will enter you. I so smart, guys. I look at the short data, and the short data said no shares to borrow. I buy the stock because the short squeeze. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. you know, you, the market doesn't care how pretty you are. Jonathan, exactly, exactly. The market doesn't care how pretty you look. Okay, so when you're gonna buy something, please look at the chart. Please look at the chart, and if it doesn't look good, don't buy it because you're like, hey, the short data is. So there goes TNON. TNON is cooking there, right? So um, that's looking good. So congratulations if you FOMOed into this one, right? Please, please, guys. The market is not your friend. The market is not nice. Not nice at all. Yeah, it does look good though. Good breakout. Well, breakout above pre-market highs. Not pre-market highs, market open levels. Like levels coming into the open, if that makes any sense. Okay. There goes $8.80. I'm gonna take a look at Wheeler. I think I agree with Yogi because we've looked at this already, and Wheeler just doesn't look good. I think we were looking for a specific level to hold, and it's not holding. Exactly. There you go. So session highs, Christopher. Alrighty. So let's see if that thing can keep pushing there again. Make sure you're taking profits on the way up, please. Alrighty. Make sure you're taking profits on the way up, or at the very least, moving that stop loss higher. So there goes TNON with brand new highs. Brand new highs. Is Gorilla halted? It is halted down, yeah. So it just couldn't break out. It looked like it tried to pop a little bit, but then it just failed. Right, failed to break. The candles never closed above the breakout zone, and now it's halted down, which is really interesting because it's not like it did some crazy. Anyways, MNPR couldn't do anything either, right? So out of the top three names, TNON was number one on the gainers list, and it's cooking, right? This is why, even though we know there's a curse on these top gaining names, we still look at them every single damn day. Every single day, we still look at them. Why? Because they're there for a reason. right? They have good volume, they have good momentum, cooking, right? Cooking. So 360. Oh yeah. So there's a nice little supply zone there, 940. Yeah. Yeah, so Gorilla halted down with a notification there. SMFL is still looking good. It's done a really good job, SMFL, holding that 200 EMA, that little white line at the bottom. Why do we keep talking about the 200 EMA, guys? Why? Maybe because? Okay, maybe because. Uh, 4 minutes on 370 out at 407. You're very welcome, Chase. Congratulations. You made $2,200 in 4 minutes. Chase, come join us in Discord. Become a member. Okay, so Mullen is retesting the breakout, right? So retesting that breakout at 1850 and holding. So in terms of technicals, it looks okay, right? Your next resistance is still that 20 cents. Already? Yeah, Chase, come join us. There goes BKYI with again. So that thing is retesting the top of the range for the third time now. Maybe this time it's gonna break. Maybe TNON is still cooking, guys. It's hitting the top of the range again here with the golden candle. So let's see if that thing can actually break out. The closer we get to $10, though, that 950 to $10, you want to be very careful. That's very common for resistance. Very common. People start selling their positions as we get to $10. Right? People start selling their positions as we get to $10. Alrighty. Alrighty. So let's see what happens there. And then I'm gonna pull up. Is OBLG still dropping, guys? An absolute disaster, right? A break after a long terms of can be very bullish sign of exactly, Josh, right? And that's the other thing we were explaining to Paul, right? You cannot just buy a stock because it's dropping, and you think that just because this stock was cooking earlier. Again, if Paul was watching this earlier, right? I mean, I only asked Natalia because I saw her name in the chat, right? This stock was amazing earlier, right? This is typical of what I mean, we've been teaching this forever now. How to play pre-market, how to play pre-market. Do not play the first run up. Why? Because sometimes it goes down and it doesn't come back up, right? Don't play this first run up unless you can catch it nice and early on. If you can catch it, beautiful, right? Wait for that second wave to hit. Because when that second wave hit, I promise you the second wave will be better than the first wave, right? And then boom, skis, you can make good monies, right? The first wave sometimes can be a stupid trap, right? So again, this was a really good stock, right? Take nothing away from OBLG. This stock cooked earlier. And if you played with it, congratulations, right? The problem is we're buying a stock now when it's crashing, right? It's crashing. No signs of consolidation. There's no demand zone. There's no 200 EMA to hold it. Nothing. It's crashing below the 9 EMA. This is not a buy, right? This is not a buy. It's not a buy. It's dropping. So the very bottom when it actually hit the 200, this was an okay gamble, right? And then a bit of a bounce. Obviously, the market's open, so then that's a problem as well. And now it's garbage, right? So don't just buy stocks because they're cheap, because they're on a discount, because you had pancakes for breakfast with bacon on it. I understand that pancakes and bacon, you can kind of tell what I want to have for breakfast now, guys. But yeah, don't just buy stuff. And also, again, do not look at short data on a stock that's pumping because of momentum, right? So don't go look for short data, please. Don't go look at short data. All of this research you're doing, like looking at social media, listening to the CEO, looking for short data, all that's doing is screwing you over. I know, Dan. I knew it. Dan always has pancakes and bacon when he goes on vacation. Always. And TNON is now halted down, right? Halted down. Again, pretty good run though, right? Really good run. 950-ish, 960, and then back to the abyss and halted down. So really good stock. No, fair mixture. I I'm not happy when people don't listen. That's just it. Um, Especially when it's something that we've been yelling every single day. Okay, don't buy the stock below the 9. If you're gonna buy the stock below the 9, make sure that it's support, 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 right? And then you lose a lot of money, right? And then you pray. So you know what I mean? Sometimes just do the easy things and then go from there. Is there bottom for MNPR? Let me take a look at I'll come back to Mullen, guys. Let me take a look at what's Spy doing? I'll take a look. So yeah, let me take a look at Wheeler. Since a whole bunch of you guys have been asking, again, the stock looks really, really weak, right? Like Yogi mentioned earlier, really, really weak. So you said you got in at $8, right, Young? $8, $8. So your entry is right around this price ish here. So I mean, the only other thing you could be looking at here is watching like $5.60 for support, right? Because that might be a retest of the 9 already. That's the only other thing you could be looking at here. Again, so since you've been holding already for this long, I'm not I hate because when you bought the stock at $8, it's gone from $8 to $6. That's a pretty big drop, right? So to me, like somewhere between $8 and where we're at now, there should have been a stop loss. Like something should have been in there, right? This one finally broke out BKYI and it's cooking. So the third time is the charm, I guess, right? Beautiful. So again, I don't like what it's doing, right? You probably missed your selling opportunity already. So at this point, you're maybe just waiting to see what happens at the 9 on the daily here, right? Again, 550 to 560 if we can stay above that level. Alrighty. Okay, let me scroll back to the bottom of the chat here. Uh, okay. Oh my goodness, Josh. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Josh, thank you very much. Congratulations, guys, if you got a free membership from Josh. Um, for some reason, my thing wasn't updating to the bottom of the. Okay, there we go. I should be caught up to the bottom now, though. Okay, Josh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, congratulations if you got a free membership, guys. Take advantage of it, please. Take advantage. Upgrade your membership. Come join us in Discord. Okay. Uh, I think I need to scroll up because I missed some comments. I rate A plus. La 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 la. Is if you're bagged, then hope you're exactly, Yogi. Exactly. It's hope, right? It's hope that we bounce off the 9. It's hope that um, yeah. Uh, a single other community to focus on their members. If you are not a member, you may want to consider a small investment in yourself. At least see what this family is like. Join us and prosper in your investment life. Let's go, Josh. Through 33 months of awesomeness. Josh, let's go, let's go. Thank you very much. Yeah, PLCE with a nice little pop. With a nice little pop. Yep. GV is going as well. Nice. GV SMFL is actually still holding up really well. Above the good morning, Raven. Holding up really well above the 200 EMA there, which is nice. Azul, good morning. If And then there's a nice little supply zone right below $3 for BKYI, right? Pyro, good morning. I know, right, Josh? I know. MNPR died. Yeah, again, it couldn't break out, right? People will buy anything at any price if it's breaking out. So in this case, if it's not breaking above resistance and it's breaking below the bottom level, nothing, right? Absolutely, Yi. Absolutely. The goat. Okay, let's see BKYI can eventually break out here. TNON is on halted, guys, and it's still dropping. So let's see if this is a retest of the breakout that we had in the morning, which is 760 ish. See if we can, or maybe the 50 EMA. Let's see if we can stay above 760. Alrighty, here we go, 769. Oof! Watch that thing come all the way back to that to the 200. That would be nice. I don't know if we're gonna do that though. Don't know if we're gonna do that because that was a pretty nasty drop. We'll see. Gorilla Fair Mixture, of course. What's your position on this thing? Let me know. What's your position? It looks like it's trying to consolidate at $3.40. It's below the 200 and the 9 though. So what's your question? Let me know. Doo, doo, doo. What is your question? You're looking for position. I mean, if you're looking for a gamble position, if you're looking for a good position, I'd be waiting for that thing to consolidate above 350. If you're looking for a gamble position, then you're looking for closer to $3.40. And then it has to stay above 335. If it goes below 335, it's gonna drop more to 320 potentially. Alrighty. So again, either we consolidate above 350 or we push we hold 340 and then we go up. So 5 cents is what you're looking for. Um, yeah. If you want to come, if you have time, Josh, you can come on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I need to get you a link though. Let me see here. Stream link. Copy. There goes a test of $3 again for this one. Okay, let me see. Okay, Josh, I just sent you a link. Just sent you a link. There goes a BKYI cooking there. Look at that beautiful rally above the 9, guys. Looks good. Is that the pre-market? Is that the daily high? It is, isn't it? Yep. It is. Uh, uh, the market doesn't look as attractive as Dua Lipa. TNON still dropping? Ooh, yes it is. Yes it is. TNON is like, let's go to the abyss, please. There he is. Ayo, Josh. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wait, am I muted? Josh, say
No,
something.
no, I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I was just trying to. I was trying to make sure all of my stuff was set up properly.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Let's go. Uh, 50. We're gonna miss that. We will miss it. see if we get a bit more of a drop there.
Yeah, because that was a total breakdown below that line.
Yeah.
Although right here, I mean, Blaze, it looks like maybe it's testing that previous double top.
Yeah.
What,
Exactly.
5 or so.
Exactly. That's what I was hoping for, Josh. That thing just bounced really quickly up the level, like 720. Just bounced really quickly. Yeah, we might have missed it. Unless yeah, we'll see.
Well, I mean, I would still, even if I were to trade this position, I wouldn't be trading it right now.
Yeah.
I'd still wait for the 9 to come back down and at least give us a more reasonable spread.
Yes.
For that lift above the 9.
I
typically will wait for that second confirmation candle.
Exactly.
Above the 9, the one further candle to drive it a little farther, and then that third candle is typically my confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's normally where I'm going to take that trade, unless that second candle is just exploding off.
Yeah. Which in this case, there's really no rush with that. Oh, wow. The other one looks really good, Josh. EKYI.
Mm-hmm.
This one's done really well. And then there's a typical 320 resistance for all of these stocks. So be careful. As soon as we say that, it starts dropping. So again, very common. It's like $1.20, $2.20, $3.20. All of these 20 levels are usually issues. Is this one still dropping? Oh, look at that. It's halted up, OBLG. I wonder if Paul is still in this. I bet you he is. Paul? I bet you he is. So his entry's all the way up at $4.70 something now. So he's going to be waiting for it to go all the way back up here, and hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Let's see if let's see if this second test gives us the what we want.
Drink more water, Blaze.
I know. I need water.
And PJ, you took my hunger to starving. Thanks a lot. These donuts look delicious.
Leverage. Paul, I literally told you yesterday. You listened to nothing we talked about. Paul told me that he sometimes trades on leverage. I'm like, okay, Paul, let's not do that again, please. Right? Let's only use the money that you have. And you've done it again this morning by trading with leverage. And then your broker sold the position for you because they're like, oh, this guy is a bit of a liability. So let's sell those shares. So now, as the stock is halting up, you're not in it. So you bought at the top and sold at the bottom, basically. Right? So nothing that we talked about yesterday, you you took. Right? Do not trade on leverage. If you're struggling and you're not quite sure what you're doing, don't trade on leverage. Right? Do not trade on leverage. Please, 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 please. Jonathan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways.
as far as leverage goes, that I would only recommend trading on leverage if you are absolutely the most successful style of trader. You know,
Yep.
if you're nailing 9 out of 10 of your trades for
Yep.
months at a time, sure, you could play with some leverage, but it's still not the easiest way to invest. It's not the best way to invest, and it's certainly not the most relaxing way to invest.
No.
When you're up 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times leverage, I can tell you your entire account can get wrecked a hell of a lot faster than it can get doubled, right? So again, unless you are 90% wins over an extended period of time, and I'm talking more than a year, I wouldn't even consider that idea.
Yeah.
So many people get trapped in this mindset of get rich quick, or do an emergency trade on leverage to make up for losses. And
Yep.
the typical outcome of that is that you're going to be worse off after trying to make that adjustment than you were after the initial trade. That's just the way that it works out.
Mm-hmm.
These are the mental traps, you guys, that we try to talk about really, really often. This is why the psychology of trading is so important.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
And just remember, there's a really nice way to think about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Take your salary, what you make every day, and divide that into 5 trading days. What do you make in a week? Divide it into 5 trading days and figure out what it would take to replace that income, right? And if all you're doing is trying to subsidize your income because you love your job, and I hope that all of you love your jobs because that means you want to stay focused on what you can actually attain. And setting small goals at the very beginning is absolutely crucial to the future of your trading career. Yep. Absolutely crucial. Because if you set your goals low and you manage to make those goals for a few weeks in a row, then okay, you can increase that goal a little bit. And you slowly and arduously kind of increase those levels, and you give yourself a period of time where you're successful at that level before you try to move to the next level. Because what you want to do during this period of time, especially if you're new to trading, you want to be building a process that's going to work for 90% of your trades. Again, you're looking for that 90% win rate.
Yep.
A 50% win rate's not going to cover it because now all you're doing is covering your losses. 70% doesn't do it because that's barely going to cover the fees that you're paying. You know, that's why we shoot for this 90% success rate. And maybe even, you know, if you're struggling with getting out at the right time, even shrink down your expectations for where you want to draw those profits at. So maybe instead of looking for 25 or 50% gains on a trade, look for 5%, look for 10% trade or gains on a trade. You only have to trade 7 times at 10% gains to double your money. And I mean, 10% is virtually nothing. On a momentum stock, you can get a 10% move in seconds. You know, so setting those expectations, making sure that you have a very realistic goal for how much money you want to be bringing in to either subsidize or to replace your income. It's almost as important as the execution of your plan in the trades, because this is the basis of your expectation for the market. And if you set those expectations too high, we're going to slap you, you know, and the market is going to do far worse than that. The market's going to bend you over and leave you naked in the street, you know. So better to take your shots from the hot trades family, from all your brothers and sisters around you, than have to take it from the market. So
Yep.
You know, pay attention to these tiny little details because they make all the difference. OBLG crushing it, dude. Look at that.
See, like if Paul would have been back to break even and green. Paul, if you weren't using leverage, if you were not using leverage, you would have all your money back, right? You would have all your money back on this trade, and then some. So just that leverage and your broker closing that trade for you, you messed up on that, right? You would have been back to break even in green. So it's a disaster. Yeah, it's you know, it's like self-inflicted disaster is what that is.
But this is a good lesson, though, Paul. You know, think
Yep.
about that. This, you know, and don't take any of this stuff personally. We're not trying to beat
No.
up on you, man. And every single one of us, including Blaze, has been in exactly the same position. Maybe not with the leverage, but
Yep.
excuse me. And but
yeah.
but the thing to remember, you know, these mistakes that we make, these are the best lessons that we're ever going to get in our trading career.
Yep.
Like it's not our successes that teach us; it's our failures.
Yep.
You know, and you should really value those moments. And rather than beating yourself up, just take it for what it is, man. You know, you made a bad trade, and it is what it is.
Exactly.
You know, next time you go to make that trade, you have this to look back on, and you can think to yourself, "Oh hell, before I get myself in trouble, I'm not going to do this."
Yep.
You know, and then just trade a flat position. And my recommendation, dude, if you're struggling, you know, emotionally struggling, because I can see that this beat you up pretty good this morning. You know, if you're struggling with it, like I was mentioning earlier, the easiest way to go about this is go paper trade.
Yep.
You know, get into a couple of successful paper trades, make yourself feel good, and trade in the same value that you would normally be trading. Don't trade $1 million on a paper trade. It doesn't make any sense because you're not trading $1 million in real life. You know, be realistic in the tools that you're utilizing, and make sure that they still adhere to the same rules that you would use if you were actually trading a stock. That's a really important thing. And I'll tell you what, there is no more valuable tool than paper trading. Period.
There you go. You see, is virus? No, like Paul is actually a really, you know, like I was saying yesterday on was it on stream or in Discord? Anyways, I was saying, you know, like it's one thing to see someone's name on in the chat. It's another thing to talk to them. And Paul is like, you know, you could tell that Paul is an amazing human being. You know, you could tell, right? Like really genuine. The market doesn't care though. The market says follow the rules or get naked. That's it. You know. So Paul, yeah, like Josh said though, you live and you learn. That was, you know, that was a mistake maybe, and let's learn from it. Go paper trade the strategy, right? Start from scratch, paper trade the strategy, and then go from there.
And the
Alrighty.
other suggestion that I would make is write your plan out. Like write the rules that you plan your trades by,
Yep.
and literally post them directly above your monitor.
Yep.
And every time that you go to make a trade, man, look at that plan.
Yep.
Look at that plan and look at it one more time again before you actually make the trade, so that you can remember the rules that you're trading under. Oftentimes we can get kind of mystified by price action. and we kind of forget where we're at.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, you're caught in the middle of a drop and you're like, oh my God, I know better than this, and here I am, I'm making the same mistake because I didn't pay
Yep.
attention to my rules. But if you've got them right there in front of your monitor, it is a constant reminder not
Exactly.
to screw up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and I make that recommendation for anybody in any job that they ever do. These are my expectations, these are my rules, and this is how I work them.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
even did that as a restaurant manager, and not only for my own reference, but for all of my employees to understand, where my expectations lie, what I feel my own responsibilities are, and how I intend to fulfill those responsibilities.
Yep.
It's a really good way to live your life, is just writing things down. There's no question about that. It's a powerful, powerful tool.
Yeah. Jason, no. So that initial pop there looks like it went from that level we wanted, Jason, and then hit resistance and then got slapped to the abyss.
Big time.
So yeah. So now that thing needs to either consolidate or get back above the 9 and the 200.
I
Right?
do kind of like what it's doing right here, as long
Yeah.
as it won't break below that 660 or
Yeah.
680 mark.
Yeah, exactly. So, you could even go like a little bit lower to like 640, just to kind of look for a double bottom there off the
Yeah,
pivot. Yeah.
test that previous double top.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is trying. So we'll see what it does. We
I mean,
shall
that was
see.
a lot of action on this particular stock this
It
morning, you
was.
guys. This is
It
not
was.
a typical move for TNON.
Yeah. Yeah, you have thought about it, Alan. You should. You should. Like, if you're constantly ignoring the rules, then you should write them down. In Paul's case, Paul really should write them down, right?
Yeah,
Because
and if you've
one of
got
the
that penmanship, type
yeah,
them.
yep, exactly. Because one of the things I was beating into Paul yesterday was, do not buy that stock below the 9. Do not buy below the 9. And what does Paul do? Right? On leverage below the 9 to the abyss. Right. So write them down. Write five 10 rules down, and then look at those rules as you're taking your trades. What
Yeah,
happens?
and I have to say, I agree with Thor 100%, man. And I didn't even mention that. That's brilliant too. Writing down your mistakes and spending some time really analyzing what you did that day, both success and
Yep.
failure, is a really great idea.
Yep.
Until you reach that 90% win rate, your rules and your strategy need work. You're still tweaking little bits. That's why I pound on this stuff. Writing things down, educating yourself, read as much as you can, watch as many videos as you can, read as many charts as you can. Go in and analyze. You can even go in and analyze past charts. And I understand that retroactive learning isn't necessarily good for today, right? But it could be good for tomorrow. So the idea ultimately is that we're just always attempting to improve the strategy that we utilize. And this is one of the reasons that we belong to a community, right? So that, we can go to people and talk to them about the things maybe that we're doing wrong and get some insight into the types of things that other people are doing that make them successful at what they're doing, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's our pleasure, Paul. Hey, listen, you're part of a big family now, man. You have a lot of people that care very deeply for you, so, we want you to be successful. We want all of the families in here to prosper,
Yep.
So that one day is very easy for us to just say, hey, we're going to go have a hot trades party in the Bahamas and everybody can go,
I love this one, and Josh probably agrees with that because
100%.
because of Vegas.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Pocket deuces are not a good hand. Okay. But you only know that if you've played a lot of poker.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, it's all about probability. And speaking of strategy, you're like, as a beginner, Your purpose in the market is to find trades with higher probability, right? Like your goal should be, I'm going to trade small, or I'm going to paper trade for so long, so then I have a strategy that I can rely on because it's this successful, right? Like that should be your main goal in the market, not like, oh, I see everybody hitting home runs, like I want to hit a home run too, right? No, like that's not your purpose. When you're new to the market and you're still struggling, it's okay, like let me keep playing around with small amounts of money or paper trade until I have a winning strategy, a strategy that's leading me to success more than it's not, right? So that should be your goal in the markets. Looks like yeah, GV's curling back down from 560. Azul and Lion, really good play though. Good job on this one, guys. And then OBLG still sitting at $5 ish. Holding
Hopefully
it.
it'll
Yeah.
consolidate right there. That will be an amazing sign for the next leg up. If it can just hold this 9,
Yeah.
even if it moves sideways, spectacular.
Sideways come back, which thankfully it did and sold as soon as it came back, and you made $7, Patricia. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people fall into that trap of like, I'm gonna hold this, I'm praying, I hope it comes back, I hope it comes back. And the worst thing that can happen is when it does come back. Because then you've just learned something horrible, that I can hold these stocks and it's gonna come back. And
Yep.
most of the time it doesn't come back and you go to zero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Rather than just taking the loss
Yep.
and going forward with the next trade.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, Pyro, I agree with that, my friend. You do have to find your own strategy. You know,
Yeah.
what works for one doesn't always work for another. And there are a lot of particulars that go into a plan.
Yep.
But again, I reiterate, this is one of the reasons that we love having so many people in the community, because
Mhm.
you're bound to find somebody in your position in our community,
Mhm.
and even if we're not, many of us have been, and actually traded our way out of those positions, and so there's a lot of knowledge here, and unless you attempt to tap it, you're never going to know it even exists.
Yep.
So you got to just ask, and never ever ever, hey, listen, we may slap you around online, don't ever take it personally, it's all done in good love, right?
Yep. Yep.
But at the same time, don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid of that, because the lessons that you're going to learn from all of the people who are genuinely interested in your success, they will be powerful in your life.
Yep.
Powerful. And it's all just a matter of coming kind of out of your skin and putting your pride aside and just, hey, I'm not doing well at this. Somebody help me. And
Mhm.
you will be astounded at how many people jump out of the woodwork to try to, help and to be your savior,
Mhm.
give you that little bit of tidbit, because it makes us all feel good when we've done good for others. Right.
Mhm. Okay, let's look at. Okay, let me pull up those entries, Paul. So then we don't have to do this later again, right? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. So these are some of the traits that Paul took today, guys. I'm gonna pull them up and then we can go ahead and chart them and see some of the mistakes and see what Paul can improve on. Right. So again, I think like Josh said, really important that you write those rules down and stick to the rules, right? Um, please. So these are the trades, right? So obviously, we talked about the last one. Paul got into OBLG, which I'm gonna pull up. It's holding that 90 EMA really well, Josh. So $4 and 74 cents, and then obviously the position was closed at 380, at almost like at the very bottom, and then now it's at $5, right? So that's pretty frustrating. The other position he took though was at 504 and sold at 506. So then let's look at that position, right? So he got in at 504, 504. Does it tell us the time there, Josh? Yeah, it does.
Yes.
So 8:32:45. 8:32:45. So 8:32 on this candle right there. So he bought it really quickly. Right around this. Yeah, he bought right around. Again, Paul, this is like it's still a bit of a dangerous play, because now you've let the stock go all the way up, and then you're looking for 3 cents out of it. You ended up making. I can really see that you're using leverage because you ended up making $20 in that trade, right? But again, that's not a play that we talked about, right, Paul? Nothing about that play. The first play or the second play was what we talked about last night, right? There's nothing about that fits the strategy.
Hey,
Zero.
Blaze,
Yeah.
scroll up on that chart a little bit, and let's look at where it broke out below. No. Go down to the previous consolidation there. See
Yep.
that curl there?
Yep.
So this is what I was kind of talking about with the confirmation candles, right? So we've got the breakout above the 9. Then we've got another candle closing strong above the 9. Then we even have another candle that's almost a consolidation candle above the 9. This would have acted as my confirmation as that solid consolidation candle.
Yep.
The fact that the next candle didn't even wick below the 9, now I know I'm in a good position. I
Yep.
can set my stop loss essentially maybe 5 cents below my purchase price, right? Just in case there is a bit of a wick swing. And if it kicks me out, it's no big deal, right?
Yep.
But if in fact it goes forward, which is precisely what it did on that very next candle, you've got the boomskis.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Now I know I'm in a solid trade. And now all I'm doing to manage that trade is chasing it with a stop loss.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
rather than worrying about, oh, this thing could go to $12 today, all I want to do is secure my profits. Yep. So I'm going to even chase, especially considering how early these trades were taken. I'm even going to carry this stuff with a tight stop loss. Yep. Because I'm going to capture my first successful trade of the day. I want to start the day off positive, right? Because it's going to put me in a good mind frame. Exactly. So then you just chase it. And dude, how many candles did we get? We had 7 in a row that, exploded and maintained above the 9.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A whole bunch.
Yeah, 7 candles, man.
A whole bunch.
That's huge. And that first red candle likely would have hit my stop because my stop's within 10 cents. Or I carry my stop in 10-cent increments for every 20 cents it goes, right?
Yep.
So that's going to maintain a really nice tight area where I'm going to capture profits no matter what happens with any candle from that moment forward. And the advantage that I have now in a position like that is that if in fact it drops, kicks me out, if it finds another consolidation level, I have a successful trade on the back of which I can trade again. Yep. And if I utilize that exact same strategy that was successful for me the first time, we can see in the chart, it would have been successful a second time as well. Mm-hmm. The problem is the third time. And not having that stop loss in that trade on the third one would have been the only devastating move that I could have thrown into the entire strategy.
Yeah.
Like OBLG moved really, really well this morning. It did. The problem is they were violent moves.
Yep.
So, and all that happened to you, dude, is you got caught in FOMO. And brother, there's nobody in this channel, nobody here right now can say, I've never FOMO'd.
Exactly. So and that's another thing that we've talked about is you just have to know when to FOMO on these things, right? If you're ever going to FOMO into a stock, the only point that I would ever FOMO into a stock is when it's breaking out. The reason I would do that is because I know, again, retail psychology is I know other people are going to FOMO. When you sit back and you're watching a stock that's breaking out, it's really hard for most people to not say, oh my goodness, I'm going to jump into this too, right? So that's the only point that I feel comfortable jumping in. So for example, like I know that this is what we mean by the second wave. Too often, like we see a lot of people wanting to jump into a stock because they see that the stock just had news and had that initial push. And we've been saying this multiple times, like you do not need to do that, right? Wait for that second wave. The second wave will come with way more volume than the first wave did, right? And that's exactly what Josh is talking about. Like that curl there or the breakout right there, that's bringing the second wave, right? Now people look at this and say, oh, okay, they had a catalyst. It moved a little bit, but maybe this is the main play because it's going again, right? So it's pretty hard for people to not FOMO the breakout, right? So that would have been a way easier entry for you. But yeah, no, Paul, again, I think Paul said he missed the curl because he was looking at a different stock, which is, yeah. So
and there are going to be times, listen, guys, there's going to be times when that happens. And rather than just diving into the play, it may just be better to let it play out. darn it, I missed it. There's going to be another one. I'll catch the next one.
Yep.
Sometimes FOMO works.
Yep.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
And it's all about your risk management. You have to generate that tolerance.
Yep.
That's not really up for anybody else to decide for you.
Exactly. So your third trade was KZIA. So you lost $71 on this one. You got in at 46 cents. You closed at 46 cents. You got in at 49.40. Right away, I can kind of tell like that's a bit of a dangerous trade. Why is that a dangerous trade? Because you're buying the damn thing right below psychological level, right? How many times do we sit on here and say, "Hey, the stock is approaching 50 cents, $1, $2. Please be very careful, right? Don't go jumping in below psychological levels." So I mean, this thing just looks nasty.
And when you're talking about penny stocks, remember every 10 cents is psychological resistance.
Yep.
Every single 10 cents.
736, Josh. 736.
Oh, ouch.
Oh yeah. So I mean, there you go. Right. This one's pretty obvious, right? You're looking at a stock that's been exploding, and it's approaching the biggest psychological level of them all, 50 cents, and you jumped in right there at the very top. The good thing about this one is that at least you were able to cut this one at 46 cents, right? Before it got horrible. But you waited for this thing to go all the way up to that massive 50-cent level, and then you decided to jump in right there.
Yeah. Now the break of 50 cents, a confirmation of the break of 50 cents, that's a power play, man.
Exactly.
That's a power play. Because your next true resistance is probably going to be at the 75-cent mark.
Exactly.
Because the FOMO after the break of the 50-cent resistance is going to probably carry at that 25 cents.
Exactly.
So, but those, again, it's all circumstantial, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not the best spot to be on that one.
No. And then you got in on BKYI. TNON is not yet. So TNON is looking really good, by the way, guys. You know what's funny, Josh? That thing came right back to that demand zone again, and then and then popped again.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
It's like we've done this before.
Right back into that demand zone. Right. Too bad we weren't paying attention to it, but so congratulations to anybody that's holding that. And then Paul got into BKYI and
271.
Yeah, 271 at 718, and then he ended up selling it at 256. Okay, let's take a look at that one.
It's a solid stop loss.
Yeah, yeah. BKYI.
That's one thing I will say, Paul. You had good stop losses, man.
Yeah,
I will admit that for sure. So one side of your trade was excellent.
Yeah. You remember the time again, Josh? 719, or?
No, I'm sorry, buddy. I was looking for your price while you were checking out the time. 718.35.
718, yeah. 718. So right there on this candle at the very top again. Right on this candle here. That's when you got in at 271. The candle did push a little bit higher, but you're still buying. You're still buying when it's pumping to the top, and it's not a breakout. It's not a curl, right? So it's nothing that fits a strategy that's successful. That's the problem, right, Paul? Again, it's not a curl from the bottom. It's not a break above resistance. It's nothing. It's pure FOMO is the problem with with that entry. So we're starting to see a bit of a again, I think you're maybe stuck in that mindset where you've lost some money and you're trying to get it back. So then you're either just trying to catch a bottom or you're trying to FOMO something that's exploding.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, that one wasn't good at all either.
Revenge trading.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got into
SYTA. Trades on SYTA.
Yeah. So 128, and then I wonder if that was an ad. So 128, you got in at 128 and then out at 118. Okay. SYTA. Oh, I didn't even look at the time, Josh.
It was 7:02 and 7:10. Those are the two.
Thank you. 7:02, which is right there. Right? Yeah. So yeah, you again regardless of what's happening there, that's the exact same play we just looked at on the last one, right? So we're finding something that's in, we're finding some things that are, in common here. You're FOMOing a lot, right? You're not waiting for anything. You're not waiting for sell-offs to a support level. You're not waiting for the breakouts. You're just jumping into these things. So I don't know if we need to keep looking, but I think we found your problem there.
And the other opportunity here, Paul, is if you look at the structure of the candles themselves,
Yeah.
you'll see how on these on the price increases, you can see how they tap the nine, right? Whether that be the bottom of the candle or the wick of the candle. That's where you want to be buying if in fact you're going to be chasing anything. You want it at the nine. And then again, right behind that buy, you've got to set your stop loss tight, because once it breaks below the nine, that's typically our indicator that this thing is going to roll over. And sure, you may get wicked out, but you're looking for a profitable trade, or at the very least to protect your capital. Okay. And it's better to protect the capital and then miss out on a little bit of gains than it is to get caught in a bad trade and end up down $170 on it.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah, it really is Lorenda, right? So I'm happy Paul is brave enough to do this, and I'm really happy Josh is here as well, because then we can look at these things together. Um,
Yeah, no, Paul, I mean, that's exactly what Blaze was saying. You know, you get broken down in a couple of failed trades, and then you get this like revenge trade mindset,
yep.
and it rolls you over, man. That's what I was talking about earlier. The market will just leave you naked in the street.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Then the other two were kind of, very small. You made $1.22, so we don't really we won't really look at that. And then you lost $60 though on the on was that just okay, never mind. So you got in at $1, you got into PTIX at $1.59. So PTIX $1.59, and you got in at 502. 502. Yeah. 502. So all the way early pre-market.
Oof.
502. 502. See, this trade wasn't a horrible trade.
Mm-mm.
And this is one of those that just failed for you, and you took the loss really quickly. So even though you lost money on this trade, this might be the smartest trade you took.
I
you
agree.
know
Yeah,
it,
100%.
yeah, you're looking at something that's fighting for life, and again, maybe any other trade that had volume, this thing could have easily crossed back above the nine and gone back to that supply zone.
100%.
Yeah, so this was
Because
no.
you did buy the confirmation candle.
Yep.
So I mean,
Exactly.
I can't fault you for that. And your stop loss was tight.
Yep.
So on this one, I'm going to say you nailed this trade.
Yep. Yep. Even though you took a bit of a loss, it resembled somewhat of like strategy, right? And then when did you sell this thing, anyways? Let's see here, when you
It
sold
was
this
like 3
thing.
minutes later. It was very short.
Yeah, 50-53. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't a horrible trade. It just didn't work, which is fine. Oh, that's funny, virus. Yep. Yeah, no, Paul, again, like Josh said earlier, we're not looking at these to make you feel bad. And I'm glad you're sharing and we can talk about it. Like we're genuinely trying to help, right? So hopefully now that we're talking about some of these trades, you can write down some rules for yourself. And then you can follow those rules, because again, like we say this all the time, like what gets measured gets improved, right? If you're constantly noticing that you're taking the exact same trade, which I think we can tell now that you're either FOMOing or you're just catching a knife, you can change that, right? So at least, and then for me as well, like I know what to work on when we do one-on-ones, right? I'm like, oh, there's Paul again. I know exactly what he's doing and what he's not doing. So make sure you have another one-on-one scheduled, right? And we will chat. Alrighty. And again, go back to yesterday and stick to the rules, please. Stick to the rules, right? Because you took 7 trades, and the only trade that we can see here that resembles the strategy that we talked about is the very last one that we just looked at, right? So stick to the plan. Earthquake, really? Hmm. Uh, yeah, you're welcome, Paul. You're welcome. Just make money, please. When you succeed, Josh and I will be very happy.
Oh man, I can't even tell you how much it means to me.
Yeah, we'll be very happy. And we're gonna keep pushing you until you do succeed.
Yep.
Alrighty? Yeah, we will keep pushing and pushing. So,
The education channel is incredibly valuable. I'm
yep,
telling you,
yep,
there's potentially millions of dollars worth of knowledge in that channel for you.
yep. I agree.
It is. I'm not being facetious about
Yep,
that.
yep. Look at that! Look at that thing now, just creating higher lows like it wasn't a horrible stock.
Dude, I
See,
mean, this is beautiful action. I'll be honest. I mean, these honestly, the sell-offs look like liquidity grabs now.
yeah,
That's what they're starting to look like.
yeah, yep, yep. Josh, did you buy more BTC dips? Why am I even asking? Like, why do I even bother, guys?
Good heavens, come on.
Why do I bother?
Hey,
It's like,
listen,
it's like,
until Larry Fink starts selling all of BlackRock's Bitcoin,
yeah.
I'm gonna ride this train. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for your stereotypical rich people, but I have to admit they're worth a lot if you're willing to listen. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Of
Exactly.
course, absolutely, Jeff. Yeah, 100%, man. I haven't touched a single share of those. Not a single one. Not since my first purchase. I haven't flowed out, not one time, and I've put a lot of fresh capital into both.
Hmm.
I've got a nice position on both of those things, man.
Hmm.
And this previous sell-off, dude, Coney was under $12, man.
Isn't that crazy?
You know,
All-time lows.
it's absolutely beautiful,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. And when when Bitcoin goes, coin goes really hard. So
Mhm.
imagine what that's going to be like when we actually move out of this consolidation channel.
Mhm.
It's going to be ballistic. Now, and I will say that BlackRock has broken the 2% threshold. So, which was kind of my prediction for where they intended to be for this first initial batch of not consolidation, but accumulation.
Mhm.
And strangely enough, and I even put a line on my chart that I've been watching for months and months and months and months. You guys have all seen it. And sure as hell, what happened yesterday? The timing couldn't have been more perfect. It's directly before the September FOMC, which is what I was basing my prediction on. And here we are, man. So I'm expecting some pretty spectacular things out of the crypto industry as a whole, especially with the continued buildup of adoption, and with China and Russia genuinely potentially coming on full online with cryptos. These are unbelievable catalysts, you guys. It is an opportunity for building wealth like our great grandparents only had an opportunity to do. Take advantage.
Let's go. Look at NVIDIA all the way back to 220. And here we were panicking a few days ago.
120, please. 120.
Oh, yeah, 120.
Good God, you just gave Virus a heart attack.
220. Can you imagine?
He just instantly flipped over to his options page to see where the hell his options were at 220. Golly.
Here we were panicking just 2 days ago at 104. And
Who
we're
was
back.
panicking?
I mean, well, the markets. The markets. Josh was buying
People
the
take the
dividends.
downside so hard.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I've spent years trying to help people to change their mentality about sell-offs in the market and all this other stuff, and because I see them as an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, you only get a few opportunities in your life to get really good buys on good long-term holdings and stuff. And dude, other people are just like, oh my gosh, the SPY is down to 1.5%, you guys. Like, it's going to zero. I sold 90% of my portfolio today. You know,
Yep.
it's just the wildest thing to me. And you know, Bitcoin, like with Bitcoin, for instance, you know, when it sold off from 70,000, it was like, you guys, we're watching the charts, right? Like we can see these moves, and when they dip like this, the only thing that you can possibly want to do when it comes to the same level every time it sells off is buy. Yep. Where's the confusion and where's the panic in this? This is the discount that you wanted. You know, that lower price that you really wanted to get in at? There it is. You know what I mean? It's just, it's the greatest thing in the world. And it was a Charlie Munger that said that the stock market or investments is the premier vehicle for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. You know, and God rest his soul, one of the greatest human beings that's ever lived in the investment world. The guy was brilliant.
Let's go. Yep.
Everything's T-Rex now.
Yeah. T-Rexing. I do like IBIT more than the other ones. Jeff doesn't like that, Josh. But
IBIT, I love IBIT.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to put something in your portfolio for strictly for just holding value, I mean, IBIT's the one. Yep. Even with all of the sell-offs, look at the price action on actual price action on IBIT. How much has it moved? $1?
Exactly.
You know, so you're talking about BlackRock, guys. It's the most powerful financial institution on the face of the planet.
Yep.
And keep in mind that right now, the big trend right now is pension funds that are buying IBIT. Pension funds, guys.
Yep.
So there's a lot to be said, and IBIT doesn't even give you a dividend. So I'm you know, it's a great store of value, but that's all I see. Maybe there is definitely some upside potential, like massive upside potential for share price. But not having a dividend kind of sucks.
No.
I would prefer to create my passive income streams rather than just store value. Because cash is dollars are a melting ice cube, you know, so.
Yep. Don't worry. Once Bitcoin crosses above 100,000, IBIT is going to say dividend. Come on, let's go.
Dude, you may not be wrong. I have no idea how they're going to manage liquidity with the fund after we get to that Veblen asset status with Bitcoin, you know, somewhere around $250,000 ish. I have no idea how that's going to work out, but I will say that once they introduce a dividend, you're going to see a lot more liquid moves in Bitcoin. They'll be relatively stable, but you're going to see some power moves, just like you see on the SPY. Like, we have no idea why SPY is selling off today. And you can always basically just assume that BlackRock is taking some profits. You know, that's a simple way to go.
We sold up really quickly.
State Street, Vanguard.
Yeah, we sold up really quickly on SPY, and then it came all the way back up with NVIDIA. So we're all the way back up to 555 from 552.70. So pretty nice bounce.
Oh my God, dude, Jeff, I'll tell you what, brother, I have no idea, but with the dividends that we're getting now during times of selling off,
those are really nice dividends.
You bet. I'm gonna hope for double digits. I'm gonna hope for double digits, like mid-20s. Mid-20s would be exceptional.
Wow.
You know, but it's going to depend. Again, it's going to depend on how Bitcoin moves. If we get a slow and arduous buildup, I mean, the dividends may remain relatively flat, and you may see some fluctuation upwards of $3 or $4. But if we get explosive moves and they can really generate some monster profits on those futures, those dividends are going to be kind of extreme. You know, we may potentially see 150, maybe even 200% dividend yield on our shares this year. PJ, I get asked this question all the time. And dude, I've already adopted all you guys. You guys are already all my family. You just can't ask me for money because I put all of my money away for my kids. My kids, I'm broke as shit. No,
Let's go. And all those memberships, guys, don't listen to him. All those amazing memberships. That's you know, that's
I'll
what
tell you what, man, we have picked up some solid new members.
we have.
Yeah.
That's never Jeff. If you made that much money a month, that's never having to go back to work again. Amount of money a month for your dividend. Can you imagine? Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're shooting for, you guys. That's where I want to put all of you guys. I want everybody in this channel to be able to do that.
Big monies.
Yeah. And if you guys love doing this and you could do it for a living, then you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, Paul. No, again, I'm glad you feel that way because I think that's kind of what Josh intended. That's what we intended. I think I was it was good that Josh came on because then we could really slow down and look at all of these things. Yeah, instead of breaking your monitor, yeah, you should be thinking of the possibilities, right, and learning. So that's good.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And it's a very mature way to take it, Paul. We all take these shots in the shorts, and I've been slapped by Blaze too. I remember when he was slapping me around, I was still buying Bitcoin when it was coming down from its previous high. You can't imagine. You absolutely can't imagine how many eye roll emojis or GIFs I got. Like, hey, I'm buying Bitcoin at 21,000. Hey, I'm buying Bitcoin at 18,000. And then, we hit the bottom and I'm like, hey, buy Bitcoin at 16,000. And Blaze is like, I'll pass.
That's where the research comes in, right? Like, this isn't just like a crazy momentum stock. That's a point where like Josh has done so much research where like if something goes down in value, you like it even more because you've done the research. That's
100%.
the Warren Buffett way, If you
100%.
like something and it goes down and it's cheaper, it's even better.
Dude, so I will never forget when Warren Buffett bought into Siri.
Yeah.
Or not. The satellite radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the stock was at a couple of bucks, 250, something like that. And it fell after he made this monster purchase. I think he bought 8% of the float. After he bought it, it fell to like $1.80 something. Mm-hmm. And everybody was freaking out. And I'm like, I'm not freaking out. I'm going to do what Warren Buffett's doing, Yep. So, and you buy at that low, and out of nowhere, there it goes, up above $5. And I'm like, you follow the man. The man knows. So this is what we're going to do. Hey, PJ, I'll tell you, man, don't be desperate for it. That's the key to it all, is take your time, look to the future. It's not about today. It's not about tomorrow. It's about a while from now, and like I'm building wealth for my kids. This has nothing to do with me. So, time isn't necessarily of the essence. And that slow, arduous build, buying the opportunity buys on the dips and not messing with stuff when everything's going up. It takes a little more time, but it's far more valuable that way. And 10 years from now, you can look back and say, gosh, I did it. It took a little longer than I wanted it to, but now it's all over, and I did it in a safe way that's not going to sacrifice my family's financial future, or put me in a position where I have to work more so that I can continue to trade. This is one of the reasons also that I'm so focused on a long-term portfolio versus, just trading momentum stocks. I prefer it that way, Jeff. Those other lines are going to act as resistance every time you try to cross them. But oftentimes you can miss some really nice explosions off off of the bottoms. But again, in situations where you're bottom feeding a stock, you definitely want to make sure that you maintain a really tight stop loss, like extremely tight. Yeah, Abdu, you've been remarkably successful with just keeping your expectations small, and it's crazy because you make far more than that. You know, your trades have been far more profitable than what your expectations have been, and that has to. I'm sure that in some way that leads to a little bit of extra comfort for you when you're trading as well. Yeah, Yogi, I wouldn't ever be worried if Buffett is upside down in a trade unless he starts to liquidate. Oh yeah, absolutely, Paul. Jericho, I am a staunch advocate for Bitcoin. Staunch advocate. It's probably the single most secure asset class that's ever been created. I mean, if you want more gold, you dig for more gold. If you want more cash, you print it on a printer. If you want more Bitcoin, the only thing you can do is mine it. And there's a cap. There's only 21 million of them that will ever be created. And we're estimating somewhere between 15 and 20% of the total float of Bitcoin, the total amount of Bitcoin, upwards of 4 million Bitcoin, have been lost forever. From people that bought it and then threw away their systems, lost their keys, lost wallets, people die and didn't leave any information about their crypto and blah, 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 blah. Lots and lots and lots and lots of those cases. Well, if that's the case, Yogi, then I mean, he sees something in Oxy that, you know, the chart's not showing. Wow, Raven, that's still a pretty substantial amount, man. 10% of your portfolio? Or, oh, you mean 10% of like your cash allotment for trading rather than 10% of the value of your portfolio. I can't imagine that's what you meant. So, Alan, BITO and CONY right now, I think, I mean, they were at an even better price at the beginning of the week. But I think in the long term, both of them are going to be very successful plays. But this is due to my conviction and my belief in Bitcoin and the expansion of adoption of cryptocurrency. This is a sign for the future, a big time sign for the future. So I am very, very confident in my investments in that. And again, it's not financial advice, guys. This is literally just what I'm doing. I particularly like those two because they have very stable dividends that I can rely on. And because of the inexpensive cost of entry, I mean, I didn't see any reason not to add them to my long-term portfolio. And the dividends, even despite some of the negative price action that we've had recently, the performance of the dividends has still been exceptional, absolutely exceptional. You know what, Jeff? I haven't paid much attention to any of the metal miners. I'm so focused on getting my my crypto portfolio where I like it, and getting my dividend portfolio where I need it, for me to really worry about anything else. I mean, my main focus right now is building my crypto portfolio and increasing the size of my positions in my dividend stocks, like BITO and CONY. And I mean, quite frankly, I've been so busy lately. I haven't had much of an opportunity to even do much trading. Yeah, that's what okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, GV's out of here. I'll tell you what, Azul, you have a keen ability to find those volumes, man. That's because I love you guys, Dan. I mean, gosh, a bunch of us have been together for 3 years now. Well, you guys have been a part of my life anyway. Yes, absolutely, Alan. So September actually historically is the worst month for Bitcoin. And the fact that we've been so stable so far is sort of caught me off guard. I really thought that I was going to have a better opportunity at a lower price, even than 54, and I literally missed the bottom. This is the first time that's happened to me in a long time, man. Long time. Because I expected, with everything that was going on, I expected it to sell off to that 45,000 support level. And it didn't even hit the 52. So I sort of missed that. I ended up buying back in at 50, 56, adding at 56, and then it's performed pretty well, the last couple of days. So I feel good about the way that things are going. DCA, the dollar cost averaging strategy in crypto over the course of the last 2 years has been, I mean, nothing short of miraculous in terms of upside. My boy Tej, brother from across the pond. I heard you never even bothered to come to America and look at even one house, Tej. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. No, I think he's baking cookies. He's got to be. Yeah, but you see, the way that I see this virus, if we can get him over here, we can fix him. You know what I mean? We can make him right. We'll Americanize him, get him speaking proper English. Yeah, he should just come for the apple fritters, honestly.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Oh yeah, were you getting a new home warranty or
No, I went to the bathroom.
buying some windows?
No, I went to the bathroom.
Being a man about a horse?
No, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I do actually. I love Invest Answers. That's a phenomenal channel for crypto alpha. And I mean, other than that, Meet Kevin is great if you like macro analysis. If you're data driven, then the channels that I watch would be good for you. But literally, man, I am all about, I want to see numbers. I want to see data. So much data, like pump my brain full. Have you ever seen Short Circuit? Need input. You know what I mean? That's just the way that I live my investment life. So everything that I watch is all about that. It's all about alpha. What's going on in the micro, what's going on in the macro, what's going on with specific stocks, listening to earnings calls and all that stuff. I'm a big proponent of blue chips because they're staples. They're staples of the global economy, for goodness sakes. So and that's pretty much what I stick to. And then this, You can't. I don't know that you can get a better fountain of knowledge than what you can get here. You know.
Let's go.
That's right, Jeff. Johnny Five is alive. It's called Invest Answers. All one word. Here, I can link it. I will put a link in Discord for you.
From the fountain. Yeah, Alan. Yeah, you are. You are. You would enjoy the stuff that Josh enjoys. GV has really done well, actually. Nice looking chart. Still a whole bunch of supply at 660, but it's done well. Good job on that one, though, Lion. Good jobs. Yeah, Azul. Yeah. Yeah, Josh posted the link in Stock General, Yogi.
And Ivan on Tech is another good one. Like, I've been watching him for years. Now, and I warn you, Blaze, you can't watch Invest Answers because we talk about Tesla all the time.
You like on there or on here?
Yeah, on there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I talk about Tesla all the time on here,
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, yes.
Tesla. Are you kidding me? It's so funny. Everybody's talking all this trash, but it's selling off, and I'm like, okay, we just buy it. Like we were at $100, and everybody's like, oh, it's gonna go to $50, you know.
Yep.
What were they saying at $240?
Yeah.
Oh hell, I missed it.
Yep.
Yep, because you were too busy gabbing your jaws.
Some of that Tesla money went to iBid though, so you know
that's good. That's good. That's good. Yes. Hey, listen, stability, man. There's nothing better than stability.
No, exactly. I agree. Sometimes eliminating the stress is worth it.
No, Alan, we're literally here to answer questions and help people. That's sort of the basis of the whole channel.
Yep.
So ask a million questions.
Yes, please.
And it gives us something to talk about while everything is just kind of consolidating and doing its thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the macro numbers came out pretty good today. They were a little warm. I wouldn't say they were hot numbers, but they were a little warm. Yeah. And it shook the market a little bit this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Dan the man. Look at that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Almost 3 years.
Let's go.
I do have a question for Dan. When new album?
Even though he only comes up to my belly button. Unbelievable, Dan. Of course, there had to be a roast in there, you know.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Love you, Dan. Amazing. Isn't it crazy how like quickly time flies, Josh? Like,
absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
My goodness, Dan. Like that's wild. Thank you guys very much for the support. We have an amazing group of people. So, Dan, keep cooking, please.
That's pretty funny. We do. We all come up at the same time. So, Virus, yours is up now too.
Yeah.
I think Virus actually broke 36 months. I think that's the one he's about to send. Come on, show it to us. We showed you ours. You have to show us yours, Virus. Yeah, gold and silver look absolutely fantastic.
Resistance.
39 months. Holy smokes, dude.
Wow.
I was still Zoltan physics back then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you still have that now, that username.
I do. I don't know how to log into it. But
oh, really?
No.
Oh, really? Because sometimes I message
literally. So I set that account. Okay. So after being completely banned from every channel in the whole world, every
Yeah.
social media network, YouTube, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
I had to create a new account. So that's
Yeah.
what I did with Zoltan Physics,
Oh
which
wow.
was the same name as a previous account. Anyway, regardless, I made that account. Well, I made it under an email that I have lost the information to. I have no idea what that login email is.
Yeah.
Occasionally, though, it will pop up on the computer because my cell phone and my computer are linked.
Oh.
And occasionally it'll pop up and I'll go to log in and it still won't let me log in.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, but I've got it on my phone. At least I have that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
because sometimes I message you on that. I'm like, maybe Josh hasn't seen that.
yeah, I'm gonna get in there and see what because dude, I've got to have an anniversary message for Zoltan.
Yeah. Yes. Let's
We
go.
have nothing doing. GV looks like it's gonna try.
Yeah, it's gonna try them. Tesh, 27 months of Marianne. Where's Marianne? We need to say congratulations, Marianne. I'm kidding, Tesh.
Yeah, no kidding, right? You made it another 27 months, Marianne.
Let's go, Tesh. Let's go. No. All family.
So GOVX, I got to tell you, that I think the sell-off may be done from the
monkeypox
offering.
Yeah.
So there may be some recovery in there. I would be very careful with it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is at a relatively good level if it can get above that. What is that? The 350 line.
Yeah.
And actually close above there. But I would be careful with it.
Yeah. It's funny because I think, we put this little scribbly line on there because we wanted to see if we would retest this area and then kind of consolidate and then go back up. So it looks like it kind of is retesting and going back up. GOVX.
Yeah, because it was pretty devastating.
Yeah. The company just took advantage of the monkeypox hype.
Well, what's really crazy is the CFOs of these companies should be slapped around because they could take so much more advantage of an offering. And in fact, if they would allow some of that price activity to carry the price higher, they could actually even shrink the offering and do something more reasonable and give a little bit of faith to their investors. But these people have it entirely backwards, man.
Yep.
Entirely backwards. Like in Tech before they brought in the guy from Diamond Hotel.
You hate that company.
Oh, dude. Well, when Sharon ran it, it was a great company.
Yeah.
But as soon as they brought in that guy from Diamond Hotels, man, I mean, what was it, 3 offerings in 9 months?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Robinhood, huh? Interesting. I don't know that I would tie those two together necessarily. Like Robinhood has its own fair share of issues. And I wouldn't compare NVIDIA to anything right now. Nothing.
Yep.
There are 2 companies that will win the cream of the crop on the stock market. I think that's going to be Tesla and NVIDIA. I mean, Apple is a lackluster company now. They're just, they don't innovate. They're not putting out anything new. Every time they put out a new phone, it's the same damn phone with maybe a slightly more sensitive screen. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yep. And in considering the macroeconomic, status that we're all going through right now, globally especially, I just don't see a company that's not innovating continuing to be the cream of the crop. I just don't see it.
Yep. Rusty, there is a channel in Discord for long-term investments. It's called It's called something like long term dividend and ETFs. So there's been a channel in there for a long time. Maybe you just haven't seen it. So people usually post the long term stuff in there. So yeah. Did you see that post, Josh? It was a few days ago when Apple was having their event. Someone posted on Twitter saying people just realized that Apple just launched the same iPhone for the fifth time in a row, so
Yep.
that the stock is crashing.
Yep. And I think, and what's really funny about it, so what's really funny about it is a lot of us expected that to begin with, but the funniest part of the entire thing is that all they offered, like the only thing new, genuinely, you guys, it is the same phone for the fifth time. They offered 5 new colors.
Oh, that's funny.
That's their degree of innovation. That's the legacy of Apple now. Thank you, Tim Cook.
Yep.
You're doing such a great job giving us more colors in your rainbow. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic and unbelievable to me. Like Apple has become a data collection company. That's the bottom line. That's all they are. They're not an innovative technology company at all.
Ooh, Aaron.
They do make a great, they do make a great device though.
They do.
Like their computers are exceptional. You know, their phones are amazing, except for the fact that they're made entirely out of glass.
Very. Good morning, Aaron. You came back from the village and then you went on vacation again, or are you calling Canada a village? Is that what's going on, or did you actually go to the village, like back home, and then came back and then Canada? Is Canada a vacation spot? Yes, it is, because Canada is the best. Josh is shaking his head.
They won't let me in. You know, Trudeau says I'm a terrorist. Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, virus. I don't know why people upgrade those iPhones every year. Yeah, I don't know why they release those stupid. I mean, I guess they make a lot of money from brand new releases, though. So.
Well, I mean, there are those diehard fans that just have to have the new shiny thing.
Yeah,
you know, that's the way it is. You know, and it's funny because they've been trying to compress the economy to the point where people can't be that way anymore.
Yeah.
You know, or at least less people can be that way anymore. And dude, it didn't work out. People are like, I'll put that on my credit card. I'll pay for it for the next 6 years.
Yep.
Wild.
That's crazy.
It's weird.
I don't know why they even offered an option to, like, you know, people can do furniture now, iPhones, like anything that's like, you know, you can buy now, pay in 2 years. Like, who does that? Like,
I've been in some desperate places in my life.
Yep.
And I have to admit, dude, I never even considered the idea of walking into like a rent-own place or like grabbing a credit card just so I could, you know, buy a piece of furniture. Like, shit, I will sleep on the floor in a $10 sleeping bag, you know, before I go and buy a debt that inevitably I'm not going to be able to pay back anyway because I'm broke. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yep. And then by the time you're paying off that whatever you bought, it's old already because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, and you need another one.
That's wild. Hopefully you have money by then, but
well, if you're a member at Hot Trades, you will.
Yep. Exactly.
Use that furniture money to make $1 million, you know.
Yep. Smartphone. Yeah, Tesla needs to do something like that. Tesla phones.
It's coming.
Yeah. Is it? It is? Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. Yep.
And what's even better about that, it will be a satellite phone run entirely on the Starlink network. So you will be able to utilize your phone like you're at home, regardless of where you are on the planet.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
Yep.
And they'll sell for $2,500 to $3,000.
Oh, damn. And then you could use the Wi-Fi, your hotspot, and stream from anywhere.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. One of the car channels that I watch, they're going on a gumball in Singapore,
yeah.
and Starlink is literally how they're going to maintain their stream while
Okay.
they're over there. It's incredible. BOF, no, come on, stop it again. Wow. Holy cow. I mean, I would be careful. It's up at that, right about that 250 resistance. But yeah, BOF looks strong. Kind of a sudden volume surge. Yep, that's one of the challenges, James.
The phone not working inside.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges.
Interesting. Oh wow. That's a problem. A bit of a problem.
I mean, my Starlink works inside.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there goes the S&P again,
I mean, I
Josh.
can't put my dish inside, obviously.
No.
You have to have line of sight for that.
Yeah. Highs of the day. Highs of the day. Is Bitcoin pushing for highs of the day too? No, it's not. Look, Bitcoin looks fine though.
Bitcoin's just, resting,
Yeah.
being accumulated, trading hands.
Yeah.
Money will always find its way to smart hands. Always.
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty intense. 630% revenue increase. I'd have to look at some of the numbers though.
Yeah. Just in
I mean,
case.
what does that mean, Sender Turk? What did they do in revenues?
Yeah. They went from
I don't see that news.
$1 to $6. Sometimes these numbers are ridiculous, SPY looks good. New highs of the day.
Yeah, see that 250 resistance, man.
Yeah.
Every time.
250. What's this?
Man, if TV can continue to consolidate like this, I'd look for some momentum to come in a little bit later.
Yeah. Look at that beautiful chart for OBLG. Back to the highs. Back to the highs.
You're not wrong, John. And the easiest way to get around the satellite challenge is just to bounce it off cellular towers.
Yeah, there goes again, Lorenda. Testing that 550. That looks good. Ooh. Almost at the highs.
Yeah, Raven, that's been one of the best improvements I think that they made, because it hasn't always been that way. You used to have to just pay for it and maintain your service, or just cancel it outright. And the fact that you can just pause it now is absolutely spectacular. I think you can do that with your home service too if you travel a lot. It really should just be one package, I think, Raven. You get both setups. and you pay your fee. And when you travel, you flop it over to your travel dish, and when you're at home, you flop it over to your home dish, and you just pay the one fee for it.
Mm-hmm.
That would make the most sense to me. Of course, that's, the profits cut a bit, but
Virus puts double top weakness. Which one? I smell weakness. Not in this one though.
well, I'll tell you what may be happening, Virus, is the fact that we're really no longer looking at the potential of a 50 basis point cut. I think the market's kind of repricing itself currently.
I thought maybe something was leaked when the market, like sold off yesterday and then had that big run. The numbers for today. But
Well, I mean, I think it was. I think most of this action is just liquidity grab, like I was saying.
yeah.
Because once we get the cuts, and we get more into a quantitative easing stature, then things are going to move in the other direction. I mean, we've got record amounts of liquidity in the global economy right now. So, and you know what that means. We're going to find some low points in the market. All that liquidity is going to come rushing in, and we're going to have another FOMO season. And the end of the year traditionally is very, very good.
Yeah. Santa rally.
I love Santa rallies. We didn't get one last year, but
yeah. So maybe one more major sell-off.
Possibly. And I don't know that it's going to be a major sell-off.
Yeah.
Again, maybe at the most 3%, but I think most of the repricing has already occurred. These inflation numbers are not great, but they're also not bad. We wanted them to be a little bit heavier so that it would force the Fed's hand.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes.
But since most of this repricing is happening already, based on the fact that we're not going to get the 50 basis points. If we happen to get 50 basis points because we get some other horrible data point over the course of the next few days, the market's going to freaking explode. And everybody that's taken advantage of these sell-offs is going to make it a bundle, So, and since that is so familiar to me as an institutional process, I'm kind of leaning on that more than I am. It's just a sell-off for concerns of the macro economy. I don't buy that for a second. One country to another, we can all just print our damn money, and the only panic that truly exists is the panic they're trying to create. So play the ebbs and flows, you guys. This is why I pound the idea of dollar cost averaging. Yeah, maybe it's not such a great thing that I came on.
Wait, what happened?
You got PJ all mesmerized and missing.
Yes. Josh does have a nice voice though, doesn't he, PJ? It's like a nice soothing, like radio voice, you can listen to all day.
I'll read you the phone book if you want.
Yep. Maybe Buddy the Branch. What was that book called? Anyways. $5.80. You want to be read the phone book, PJ? Come to Vegas next time we go. And then
well, Powell is the difference, Thor, is that Powell is there to cover up the truth, and I'm actually here to tell you the truth. The Fed plays games, and I don't particularly care for games. Sounds great, PJ.
Stocks.
Yep, I am the most humble guy on the planet. PJ, you can't handle the truth. Oh, wait, no, that's Thor. Sorry. Thor, you can't handle the truth. I'll be right back.
Yep. OBLG. I am the truth. See, this stock just had to screw, with Paul, and then all of a sudden, it's the most amazing stock in the market now. Up 71%, highs of the day. They just had to mess with Paul, huh? Sometimes you wonder, like, okay, when I'm in a stock, like, why doesn't it just behave like this and go to the highs? But nope, of course, it doesn't work like that.
That's exactly what we were talking about this morning. Leave you naked in the cold, out in the street, no one to call, no one cares for you. They can't even see you when you walk by.
PJ, you are funny. I say that. Exactly. Because entry is key to successful trade. Exactly, virus. Exactly. Two people play with the same stock. One person succeeds, the other person complains. You know, one had a good entry, the other one FOMO'd. Yup. It is what it is, huh? It is what it is.
Wow, I just realized my camera makes me look like I'm
In the
in like
sun?
a dream world or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that fog is.
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Maybe I gotta clean my lens or something.
Maybe. Maybe. Is the window open? Maybe and the light is coming through.
No, well, I mean, yeah. It's morning here. We still relative sunrise.
Oh,
So.
okay. Yes. Your room is full of smoke.
Nope. I pumped that stuff out. I try to avoid the clam bake,
Yep.
Nicotine is a life-saving drug, I'm telling you. It has saved a whole lot of stupid people from dying at my hands.
Where is that? In Colorado? Where are you
I live
from?
in
Colorado
Byron.
too?
About 40 miles. Well, I'm 60 miles east of Denver.
Oh, that's funny. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm in Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. No. No. You are. I just mean, is Yogi from Colorado too?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm one of the few remaining natives. Was born here, raised here.
For the 100th time, virus.
Yeah, the 100th time today.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I am not a hunter. Because I have a certain thing about nature. But and it's really just the fact that I can't kill a doe-eyed beautiful creature. I just can't do it. Unless I'm starving. I can eat the aftermath, you bet. I love elk and venison. They're delicious. I just can't get them myself. But I love Silverton. And I ride my motorcycle around that area often. Oh, there goes OBLG. Yep. See, this is the concern, right? The break below the 9. And if it gets below this, what was an acting support level, this is going to be a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
Just watch for it to hold above. I think your red line is your 20, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, hold above that 640 mark. And if I were in this trade, I'd probably have my stop loss 6.25-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what it is? It's an aura. I like that. Yeah. I prefer that, Chris. Thank you.
Where's Paul? Paul, make sure you book a one-on-one because I don't think you have.
Yeah, Jeff, that's it right there, dude. I just can't. Taking a life for me seems like such a horrible thing. You know, I'm just not down with it, but I could definitely have someone else do it for me. You know, I buy beef, you know, by the head. So I'm cool with it. I understand that it's a necessity, but unless I'm starving, I'm not doing it by my own hand. You know?
Yeah. Beef. Let's see. What else do we like?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Mike. I have alcohol wipes. But the camera, I mean, it's on my laptop. That's part of the problem. And the lens, dude, the lens is like the size of like an ice cream sprinkle.
Yep.
Ice cream sprinkles makes you hungry, Tesh?
Tesh is always hungry.
CTNT, new high.
Nice.
BOF is fighting back. And see if it can break that 250. That would be phenomenal. I mean, it's in a supply zone right now, but
Where's Rob? Rob has been dealing with COVID, so he's finally getting better, though it seems.
Dude, I have the ultimate medication for that. It's not even a medication; it's just vitamins.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vitamins.
Like the absolutely perfect knock it out in 24 hours concoction.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Vitamins.
Vitamin C, vitamin D3.
That's it?
That's it. Zinc.
Oh, yes.
Zinc, I'll tell you what, there's nothing more important in this world than vitamin D and zinc in your vitamin your vitamin supplements that you take every day. But zinc and vitamin D are the two most important. They are the two vitamins that the vast majority of human beings are absolutely deficient on. Doesn't matter how much time you spend in the sunshine. Doesn't matter how many, vitamin D rich vegetables you eat, because ultimately our fruits and vegetables are devoid of real nutritional value nowadays. But those two supplements are absolutely imperative. And if you take them regularly, a proper dosage of them regularly, then when you get sick, you will not be sick long. Not by any stretch. Like I've had COVID, whatever they want to call this. It's influenza A. I've had it several times, and it's a 24-hour bug. It gets in the sinuses, gets in the lungs, and you kick that shit out. Oh, Jeff, that's so funny. You're a horse dewormer. Horse medication.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Don't get me started on this stuff, you guys. You do not want that kind of stuff here at all. Let's see.
You do, Adam? You're going to be like Josh when you grow up?
Wolf, let me look again.
Wait. I enter at 557. Oh, wait. Did you say 575?
Yeah, you got in. You got in on the FOMO again. Like right now, it's trying to break the 9. If it can hold the 9, you might be okay. But dude, you've got to get a stop loss set on that trade. But yeah, you're down 10% at this point.
Chris, just be ready for the next one. So what's your stop loss at now, Wolf? Because that thing is at $5.15. 510.
Oh, okay, you're out. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, trading those tops, you guys, it's incredibly dangerous. You know, and certainly if we've got an indication of a supply zone there.
Yep.
And if you guys do not have the bull bear algo on your charts, you need to get with Rob and get that taken care of immediately. Like, this is the most powerful toolkit in your trading arsenal, period. If you are trading without all of these indicators that you can see on Blaze's screen right now, then, man, you're missing the boat. This will change your entire trading life. And take advantage now before Rob actually realizes how valuable this tool is.
Yep. Look at that nastiness, Josh. All it had to do was break below the 9 and it was gone.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that we're getting these examples. This is a perfect realization of exactly the principles that Blaze and I have been talking about this morning.
Yep.
It's the bull bear algo, said. What you ought to do, said, is join us in Discord. That's the first step. But if you have TradingView, the bull bear algo is what you're looking for. Aiden, I don't actually know the answer to that question right off the top of my head. Hang on a second.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Azul, it's back to $6, isn't it? Yeah, it's bouncing up the VWAP. So I think that's what you would be hoping if you were still in OBLG, is you would be hoping that it stayed above the VWAP too. So right at $5, if it can hold, then you might be able to see a curl there. Are you sure, PJ? It shouldn't be on there. It shouldn't be on Weibo. It should not be on there. And so Adam, go to the Bull Bear Algo channel in Discord. All the instructions are in there in Discord already. So you do have to become a member first, though. Ready? So make sure you join us. Make sure you join us.
Yeah, you got to be a member in Discord first.
Yep.
And ultimately, okay. So you know what? I'm gonna rescind what I said previously. The Hot Trades Discord is the most powerful tool that you can put into your toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we have an unbelievable set of tools that you can continually load and plug in and out of your strategy. So take advantage. Blaze spends an unbelievable amount of money to make sure that you guys are on the cutting edge of the most modern and effective tools for your trading strategies.
Yep.
So really, genuinely, guys, take advantage of it.
Yep. All the money's Josh. Looks like it's bouncing off 510, doesn't it?
Probably expensive tools too, Jeff. That's some specialty stuff there, buddy.
Like the flat blade screwdriver,
Yep. Very expensive. Very specialized.
Only from Snap-on.
They do make great tools, though, man. I don't, I can't cut them down for that, but their prices are ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, PJ, that's how every $1,000 trip to Home Depot starts for me.
Yep. Just need a screwdriver.
Yep.
Come back with a new toolbox.
And a riding lawnmower, and I needed a pressure washer,
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Who makes a tool like, nucleus certified? Who does that? They're planning for the worst. For the worst.
Well, look, man, after the Holocaust, we're going to need some tools. So at least there will be Snap-on.
Yep. Gail, you have? Yeah. Most people do.
Yeah, go to Home Depot and end up buying a whole HVAC system from that guy that's just, pimping people on your way in.
Funny.
Yeah, see, it's doing this consolidation again.
Mm-hmm.
OBLG, buddy. I don't.
Yeah, that was a good run though. That was a
Liquidity
really good
grab
run.
action, man.
Yeah.
All day.
Yep.
Sell it off, run it up. Sell it off, run it up.
As long as Paul is not in it.
At the top, anyway.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, exactly, Chris. Ayo, Pablo. Pablo's ready to he's ready to move to the Dominican in 2 weeks almost. So he's ready. And then we could have our hot tricks meet up in the Dominican. Drag Josh over there.
I go check out Dominican Republic for sure.
We can have some fruits, Josh. Some fresh fruits.
I love salt life.
Yeah.
I am all about it.
Really, PJ? uh, can you join us next season, Dan? Please. I just want to come ahead of you. Unbelievable.
Spy's drunk.
Yeah.
They completely liquidated options. Full on liquidation.
Yeah. I think everybody's just kind of waiting for FOMC for now.
Yep.
Yeah. Waiting for FOMC. I really hope they do 50 points though, and then really hope.
Well, I'll say if they do 50 points, I think that we're going to get. I think we're going to get a FOMO boom, and because it's definitely not expected at this point.
Really hope.
We had all of our dreams completely shattered by PPI this morning. So, but the advantage is, over the long term, we've got upside potential.
Mm-hmm.
So we always have that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Lunchtime virus. Look at this. Dan, you slacker.
That's exactly what it is, Josh. He is a slacker.
And you know damn well he's going to be sitting on the beach trading anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. You can tell when everybody's done because then they turn to look at this. Pablo's done trading, and then now it's time to roast. So is Dan. Unbelievable. Good thing we usually leave the stream at this time.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, time for one-on-one. See y'all later.
Yep.
Oh, PJ, you got to stop, buddy. Dude, my nearest awesome bakery for donuts is like an hour from here.
Oh, wow. My goodness.
It's probably safer for me that way.
Yeah, that's
true. The thing I need is donuts in my daily diet.
Yep.
I love South Carolina, buddy. I love it there.
Is Rob is asking, is PEGY done? I mean, this thing was done when it's been crashing for a damn long time.
Yeah, PEGY is a very cruel mistress.
Yep.
And you can ask Virus about that. Virus is more familiar with PEGY than anyone.
Yep. So yeah, Rob. So I'm not sure. Are you in a position? Maybe let us know.
Oh, those are always perfectly entertaining, Dan.
Unbelievable.
Don't
It really is
don't threaten me with a good time.
unbelievable. Yeah, Dan, I don't spend very much time in that channel and the soccer channel because Pablo's in there. Pablo's in the soccer channel. Dan is in Hangout. So I just stay in the other ones, you know. Lorinda? Ooh, South Carolina. Yeah, you are. What did you buy that thing at, Rob? Hopefully at 20 cents, maybe. Hopefully at 19 cents. That's Josh's. See, Josh is more familiar with the nun than I am. I never met the nun. Actually, I only saw the nun, on walking on the streets.
The nuns entirely belong to Peter.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. I actually, it's so funny, man, because I've got a bunch of guy friends, and when you get to that point that it's my 21st birthday, let's go to the strip club or whatever,
Yeah.
and I've always had this philosophy, man, and this might seem a little strange, but I do not like strange people touching me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I don't do it. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care how friendly she is. It's creepy to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's genuinely creepy to me, especially in like a sexualized way. Like, I'm just not, that ain't my thing, dude. It is not my style. I can't do it. So it's like, I go to Vegas with a couple of friends of mine from California, and that's the first thing they want to do. And I'm like, dude, do that without me. You know what I mean? You guys go do your thing. But yeah, exactly, Pyro. Don't touch me, bro.
Yep.
I had, the last time I went, one of the girls took my ball cap, and I absolutely lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I completely lost it. Like, security got involved in everything. It was a bad deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was after I had asked her, like, please, don't, I'm not here for the attention. They are, bother them. And she literally took my ball cap and just walked away.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't do any of that stuff. I just,
What
I'll
did you
stick
say?
to people I know.
Yeah. What did you say about OBLG being a beautiful scalp all day, Josh? Look at that thing.
I mean, dude, the consolidations have been absolute perfection. 5-6
Beautiful.
candles of consolidation before Boomski.
Beautiful.
And you're getting 10, 12% moves on each one.
Yep. Yep. Let's go. Abdu's in this one. He got in at $5, which is amazing.
What a surprise.
Well done, Abdu. Well done.
Yeah, PJ, seriously, dude. And like, security thought I was trying to like beat her up or something like that. And I'm like, no, man, you guys got this all wrong. Like, she has my ball cap. That's it. Like, I'm not even really angry. I just want my damn ball cap back,
Yep.
Nice, Tej. I love that, dude. Love that.
Orangeburg.
Yeah, I think I'll tell you what, Virus, taking advantage of that, under 210, absolutely spectacular on Tesla. Spectacular. 160. I mean, could we have called the bottom any better? Like,
160. Yeah, Abdu, you've hit your daily goal already, though, right? On that second trade. So don't let it go back down because this thing will keep going up and down and you can keep scalping it. So that's a good scalp for you. Good scalp. Yeah. The ball cap is like $800. Well done. Look at that. Look at that. $800 for the day. Abdu hit the daily goal again. Bye, Dan.
Pablo, that's dirty.
The ball cap.
Like all it has to do, Blaze, honestly,
Mhm.
all it needs is just that little bit of a push above that supply zone and boom ski.
Yep. Exactly.
But the way all these averages are coming together, it looks really strong.
Yep. And I'm missing out also non-members of course virus. Exactly. Exactly. We have some amazing people making some amazing money. You know? Yeah. Making some amazing monies.
Yeah, we changed lives here. I mean, look, even virus has friends now.
Ah, yes. Roast him, roast him, roast him. Dan, come back. Let's roast you too.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Dan's still here. You know that. He doesn't ever actually leave. You know?
uh,
See, I told you he was still here.
Let's go. Love it. Yeah. Good exit for you though, Abdu, on this one.
Yeah,
Good sell.
excellent play.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. There will never be anything wrong with just selling it when you see a supply zone, you see a golden candle, take the money and go.
Yep. 7-10% scalps doubles your money.
Yep. Look at that. Abdu says 250 on the first play, 800 on the second one. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day.
Look at that.
$1,000
Double
day
the
again for
daily
you.
goal again.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. Good monies. Good monies.
Nice, Tej. Good job, dude.
Lee says, by the way, Josh is cool.
That's very sweet. Thanks.
Hmm.
Yeah, Abdu has been setting the bar extremely high for new members, I have to admit. It's okay, PJ. Better to sit on your hands, honestly. These midday, like the midday slow action plays are really, really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you manage to catch the scalp, they're great. But again, it's all just managing levels and tight stop losses. Because it's across the board in the market right now. It's just kind of bleh.
Mm-hmm.
SPY's confused. It looks like it wants to, sell off again.
Dan, I have nothing to say to you. I hope when you go to the beach today, it rains again and then you come back home. I hope when you go to eat pancakes, they run out of pancakes. So you can't have breakfast.
Yeah, PJ, we have days like that. There are some days where there's just no trading to be done.
Yeah.
This is the time that we try to take advantage of, just kind of dead air and talk about, philosophies and such. Look at this thing go. Where the hell did this come from?
Yeah. Ooh.
Did we get a Nuncio alert on that?
Yeah. It came in. When did this come in? The first alert came in at 11:47. 11:47 is right on this candle here, so right off the bottom there, and then boom skis. So those alerts are quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice as a reminder to go look at something.
Oh,
Thank you,
shoot.
PJ.
I'm glad Rob posted that.
Yeah, and yesterday as well, Dennis. Yeah. Singles and doubles.
Yeah, I wasn't here yesterday. I'm winterizing my property right now, so I've got unbelievable amounts of work to do.
Mm-hmm. New York Police Department Commissioner resigns. I wonder why.
Thank God. Jeez, I mean, can we get the mayor and the governor to resign now? Dude, my poor family in New York, man.
Yeah. New York.
Yes, exactly, PJ. Blankets for the goats, buddy. No, I have to. I cut down my prairie grass every year. I'm trying to kind of thicken my growth. So rather than just let it grow out naturally, I'm going out and actually maintaining it. And last year or year before last, I'm sorry, it worked brilliantly. We got about 30% extra coverage on our property last year from it. So I gave it a year to natural grow, and then this year I'm cutting it again and then we'll spread seed and see if we can't get, another good coverage increase. Because Colorado Eastern Plains is basically desert-like, so you have to do a ton to maintain, good natural growth. Flowering growth is really what I'm looking for. I don't just want, amber waves of grain on my property. And this year we had the most spectacular wildflowers out in the yard. Oh, I know it does. PJ. And being in Colorado, we have burn restrictions basically all summer long. So it's a nightmare. And I could have the fire department come out and do it. The biggest issue is that I have neighboring properties that do not maintain their prairie grass at all. And if I were to do a secure burn with the fire department, the potential of something bad happening at one of my neighbors' properties is there. And I'd sooner just not take the chance with it. And my local fire department, of course, we're volunteer. So, and they don't particularly care for that idea either. So I cut it, and I move things around, and I move dirt and till and do all that other good stuff. And it seems to be working out really, really well. Sans having to actually burn the property. Oh, Pyro, my neighbor's got 4 horses that often knock his horse fence over or find their way out of the corral and come over to the property and eat up all of the weeds in my actual grass at the house. So even if I brought the goats, they'd eat my grass before they went. Yeah, these are the hours that suck, Jay. EGIO is looking great, absolutely fantastic. Complete reversal on a golden candle. That's kind of strange, but still has good volume. I'm sure as heck not going to FOMO this.
Oof. Cooked.
Yeah, looks good.
Out of nowhere. That was a good alert, though. That was a really good alert.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness, that thing is not stopping.
No.
And then here comes the magical $2 round number resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
No way.
Yep, give us $2. Give us $2.
No way. No, that's not going to happen. There's no way it's going to make a clean break from 170 to freaking $2. No way that's happening.
Yep. Again, where was that alert, Josh? Why do we have these? Why do we spend monies to get these alerts, get all of these tools in Discord, right? Where was that alert? 11:47, right there.
130, yeah.
Right. And then boom, skis.
Or I should say at $1.30.
Yeah. Yeah. So look at that. Azul got in at 157, out at added at 173, out at 198. That's an amazing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep. Again, if you're
It's a
not a member,
42% gain, you guys.
yep,
From the alert to where we're at right now, you're at 42%.
yep. If you're not a member, you're missing on stuff like that.
Yep. This is why you make the big bucks, boss. Even though the AI is doing it for you, we appreciate you.
Yes, yes, please. But that's the goal, though. Make everything easy to follow. Can you
Yeah,
imagine if all?
automate it so we can all sit on the beach and trade like Dan
Yeah,
does.
exactly, exactly,
PJ,
exactly.
that's because you were too busy. You were too busy socializing to pay any attention to trading.
Look at that thing. Just said thanks, $2.
Dude, come on. Are you kidding me?
A nice push there. Oof. Those candles are aggressive, Josh, and it's not stopping.
No, it's not.
Not stopping.
I'm still anti FOMO on it. Like, I mean, look, I maybe it holds to $2, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I was wrong about this because that's a pretty rare move to break above the next dollar clean without any sort of a retest. Are they going to push it to halt?
I don't think they will because they've already pumped it so much without halting it. Maybe, Josh.
That's what I'm saying. Look, see?
maybe, maybe they're just gonna halt the damn thing. Maybe.
Okay, 230 resistance. They're just pounding it.
Yeah. Impressive.
Holy cow, did you see that flash sale to 217?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, somebody's selling volume from the bottom, guys. There's somebody selling into the rise. I mean, I don't want to put the brakes on anybody's profits by any means, but I would like to see some consolidation here above the $2 mark.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're playing with fire.
Yeah, there you go, Tesh. I'm not a chicken, Dan. I just don't like going to Hangout General. Especially when the market's open.
Who wants to get roasted over soccer anyway?
Exactly. Paul says, okay, paper, let's see how it goes. Okay, Paul, when did you get into this thing? What did you get in at?
You guys should fantasy golf or something like that, Less violence and chaos.
Yes. Yes, please.
Fewer injuries for Blaze's team, too.
Unbelievable.
I bet you didn't see that turnabout coming.
Nope. Unbelievable.
Yeah, see, there we go. See, this is what I would have expected.
Yeah. See if we can consolidate above $2, so maybe go back and retest a 9.
Yeah, I'd like to not see it break below $2 again, though. Oh, this is true, Pablo. There is much entertainment to be had in the Hangout channel. Much entertainment. If you've had a rough day of crunching numbers and making trades, Hangout General is often a good place to go and decompress.
Yes. It's a nice little bounce of $2. This thing has some impressive momentum. Very impressive. That thing just
Yeah,
went from a
very.
dollar 30 to $2.30, guys. Right?
And it's trying not to give anything back too.
Yep. Yep. So again, if you're not a member, you're just missing out, right? You're just missing out on stuff. So always pay attention to the alerts in Discord. If you can catch them early on a breakout, that's good, right? And if you do jump into something like this, just make sure that it stays above the 9 for you.
A virus, SPY bounced right off of support again.
Yeah. Yeah. Daniel, forget about that though. Don't look at that. Don't say, "Oh, this stock was, September 6th, this stock was $6 due to filing bankruptcy." Just make your monies and move on. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
That's
are definitely these are don't trade any sort of hopium, and
yeah.
don't set high bar expectations. Get
Yep.
yourself into a profitable position and simply chase it with a stop loss.
Yep.
That's it. That's the whole technical evaluation of one single trade.
Yep.
Okay. And if it continues to go and go and go and go, great. But at least you've got your stop loss that you're chasing it with, where you can protect that capital or those gains, especially, so that when it does come back down, even if it's just for reconsolidation, if you're out of the trade, you get an opportunity, a second shot, right? Or a second bite at the apple, if you will,
Yep.
when it consolidates and starts to curl again. But better to take that money and not just hold based on the expectation that, oh, it's going to go back to its previous price. Because the likely scenario is you're going to end up naked in the cold, out in the street, no one to talk to.
Yep. Exactly. Dan, the only thing you have right from that pic from that video is my height and my muscles. That's it.
Oh, geez.
Come on, Josh.
Good Lord. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's entertainment, my friends. Are you not entertained? Is this not what
Muscles.
you all came for?
R7.
No,
Okay.
it is no fun at all, PJ. Ask every newborn.
Just momentum, Mike. Mike is wondering why, anything in particular to trigger this price action. Just momentum. There wasn't any brand new news that came out today for this stock, right? And that's why I keep telling people that, like, even though we see stocks that have a catalyst and they're moving, really, honestly, what you're not paying attention to the catalyst. You're paying attention to the price action, right? People will just randomly FOMO into a stock because it's pumping. Most of you guys have no idea why this thing is pumping, but you've probably jumped in and jumped out already and made money, right? So the reason for the movement doesn't always matter. And then now we're failing at $2.30 R7 double top 230.
Hey, Blaze, what happened to your background, buddy?
The green screen is moved, so I'll bring it back. That's fine.
Oh, you're
That's
relocating?
no, just the green screen. I just moved it.
Oh, needed
Yeah.
space for someone in the village?
No, I just moved it aside now. I'll put it back.
Oh, I was just curious. Doesn't
Oh,
matter
okay.
to me. I was just
Oh, yeah,
curious.
yeah. I do like the green screen, but sometimes it's annoying because then I always hit it.
Oh, well, then you need more space.
Yeah. Yes.
Got to take some of those Tesla millions you've made.
I wish. Only if Tesla went to like $1,000.
Hey, give it time, buddy.
Yeah. Gucci says, "Thank you for the gifted membership."
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Now get in Discord, and spend your time in the education channel and make lots of monies, and then do a testimonial, and then tell your friends and family, and get them in here trading and making monies,
Yep.
You guys should not be selfish and not share hot trades with others. You have to share and share alike.
Yes, please. Yes,
And there
please.
are a lot of people that have the wrong idea about, you know, YouTube investment channels and all that stuff. They have the wrong idea about all of us being the same. We're definitely not.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's
Yeah,
see.
that's exactly right, Pablo. Especially the big money shorts. Because I mean, they're shorted down from the sky. So, you know, it's just massive profits. They don't care what they do to affect the price. They can run the price 20, 30, 50%, 80%. It won't make any difference on many of these repressed stocks.
Yep. Exactly.
And this is another principle that, you know, people really struggle with is short volumes and stuff. Don't pay any attention to short volumes, you guys. Like the only time that it should ever serve as any degree of a data point is if like a really great company has been shorted into the ground. You know, it's one of the reasons that we got that spectacular like 25% run out of Tesla, right? Was because, dude, they shorted that thing into the dirt. And then our numbers turned out to be absolutely beyond any expectation that could have been generated. And boomski. And the shorts got caught with their pants down, and it caused, you know, probably an extra 30 or 40% price increase on the stock. You know, but that is such a rare thing that you have all of the moons align for you, and the short volume actually affects what's the word I'm looking for? A short squeeze. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Enforces a short squeeze. It's just so rare, you guys. So rare.
So
And the typical scenario is it requires hundreds of millions of fresh dollars in capital coming in all at once in order to break those things loose. Because you've got to force yourself through levels of selling that are, I mean, months old, years old, potentially.
So you're saying AMC doesn't have hope?
Dude, literally.
But what about...
I mean, Pablo's absolutely right. Look, Pablo's right. AMC shorts will never have to cover. In fact, they're just going to get paid out gigantic checks of profit when they finally delist from the stock market. You know?
That'd be whenever we hear AMC delisting news, we need to buy some YOLO calls.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It'll run to like $85 and then back to zero.
Yep. But now they just keep doing splits and going to the abyss.
Yep. Just like EGIO.
Yep. Maybe to the bottom moon, PJ.
Exactly, the southern moon.
Yep. Interesting.
I don't like how it's making lower highs now. I'm just
the OBLG. Yeah.
I mean, it's still in that kind of consolidation channel there.
Yeah.
Now our resistance is solid at 550. So the upside potential in this swing is only 10%, and you'll have to play it really, really tight. And that's only if you actually catch the bottom of the demand zone and it happens to make another upward move. So be real careful with OBLG right now, guys.
Yep. Here are a few tips. Gail, yeah, that's usually how it is. I think that's why Josh was saying, you know, that's why people have the wrong perception of most things, you know.
Yeah, that's 100% what I'm talking about, Gail.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is we have several successful members that went through. I mean, I myself am one of them, who went through different communities and paid tens of thousands of dollars for training and courses and books and ebooks and all this other garbage, and they're, you know, the live streams and trade right alongside me and all this other garbage. You know, this is not that. We don't do pump and dump. We don't. I mean, none of the habits of other channels exist here. None. I mean, we do have some people that, love to get into their FOMO mood, and well, it's Discord. You got free speech. Speak it out, but be careful, because if you give a bad recommendation, you get slapped. There will be roasting.
Yep. No, Paul, what you did earlier was buy when it was crashing, just like this is crashing now, hoping that it would go back up. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So you want to be very careful with your dip buys.
Yeah, EGIO was a great play. That was a great play off the bottom.
Yeah.
But see, this is precisely what I was talking about. It got to that 230 mark.
Yeah.
And
Double top.
without any sort of consolidation, no consolidation at all, and you're up over 100%. I'm sorry, man. There has to be some attrition at some point.
Yeah.
There has to be a relaxation. There has to be a breath, right?
Yep.
And it appears maybe that's what's happening, but you don't buy here.
That's a good chart, ST. Good job. NVIDIA is back to 119 virus. Back to 119. Maybe slow all day and then pump at the end. Maybe.
I genuinely thought everything was just going to be sideways, basically sideways all week. And I think by the end of the week, that's exactly where we're going to end up.
Yeah.
Is pretty much where we started on Monday.
Yeah.
So, and then going into next week, I would expect a little more repricing on Monday and Tuesday, potentially some heavy liquidity grabs prior to the Wednesday FOMC, because I think it's going to pump hard on Wednesday. In the expectation of the rate cut actually being announced in the afternoon, because I think that's at what, 1:30?
So 2 p.m. Eastern time.
It's 2 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. Palantir. Oof, Palantir looks nice. That I bet you that daily looks impressive, Josh. Oof, look at that. Beautiful.
Frozen is fine.
Yeah. Well done. Congratulations, Jericho. Making money. Keep making money. Hey, Josh is getting kisses, guys. Are you seeing this?
Say bye to Rachel. Say bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel. Oh my goodness. How come we're not? Anyways.
Smooches for you too, buddy.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think Palantir is always going to be a relatively solid hold.
Mhm.
If you dollar cost average into the heavy dips on Palantir, you're holding a pretty solid technology company. I mean, you have to understand like where Palantir comes from,
Yeah.
and who actually operates Palantir, and then you'll understand why it's such a strong hold. Because it's all government contracts, guys.
Almost like a Lockheed Martin in a sense.
100%. Actually, probably more like Bell or I'm sorry, Ball Technologies or Raytheon Aerospace.
Yeah.
Just because it's strictly technology based. And I like Lockheed, but when are we going to see something awesome from Lockheed Martin?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see a badass new weapons technology out of that company. And I know they're still working on this laser technology, which is sweet. And I've heard that they have operational like battlefield implements of this laser technology. I'm pretty curious about.
Laser tech.
Yeah. So my nephew is a Marine.
Okay.
and he's taking their I forgot what he called it, like 2120 or something like that. He's going to become a gunsmith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess they have weapon technologists of every kind.
Hmm.
One of his buddies is going to study laser tech.
Okay.
And he's going to work on laser weapons. Laser weapons. How cool is that?
That is cool. That is very cool. Kimbella 26. Yep. 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 No, we've said this for a long time. Like Palantir is one of our favorite long-term plays.
Yep.
Since $7, we've been saying this.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's at $35 and still looking good.
And Palantir is going to be heavy in the AI market. When the AI narrative takes off again, Palantir is one of those companies that's going to benefit heavily from it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their surveillance technologies are based in AI.
Mm-hmm. Virus. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Virus. Yeah. Virus would be the person to ask for ARM. Jericho. So in the options channel, ask Virus. Virus is gonna give you all the details. For this company.
Well, Virus, if things like that didn't happen, then we would never be able to identify the evil people. So there's sort of a silver lining in that. Just get out of here then.
Yeah, no, yeah. I have one-on-ones in 13 minutes. 13 minutes. It's Wolf. It's trying to consolidate, right? It's trying to.
Yeah, look, that there's a strong demand zone that's been formed between 178 and 190. So, we'll see kind of where it hangs here. If the 9 continues to push down on it, and it can't break the 9, then it will continue to recede. But, if it can hold strong here and actually cross up above the 9 again, then it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll be, shoot, man, at that point, it'll be almost a golden cross. The only thing you're missing is the 100 down there.
Yep. Let's see if we can cross at some point. Ryan got a new computer. Ryan? Nice. Yeah, Ryan says, look out, now I'm dangerous. Yeah, you need some form of you need something to be able to do technical analysis on, right? You can't do that on your phone, which is, so you can do your trades on your phone, that's fine, but you still need that, something to look at the chart. Some people can do it on their phone though, which is
There
impressive.
you go, Wolf. Yeah, welcome to the crazy house.
Let's go. Welcome.
Yeah, wow.
Welcome. Yeah, so Wolf, make there's an invite link for you under the community tab on YouTube. So just click that link. It's gonna bring you to Discord. Alrighty. If you can't find it, just let me know in the chat, and then we can hop off in 2 minutes, so I can get ready, and then go to the bathroom. Uh. Hmm. 1 p.m.
Yeah, if it can't hold here, then there it goes.
Yep. Here we go.
Hey,
From
DJ, that's paper trading, man. That's a good habit.
Yeah.
And wearing a helmet keeps you safe, man. I think that's a good idea. Hey, you too, Ryan.
Virus, that's funny.
The link expired, Wolf? That's weird.
Oh, the link to that's crazy that it says that. I'll send you a different link.
Do better.
Trying to do better. Well, if that's your link at the bottom of the chat, I'll fix it. So yeah, click that link from the Hot Trades account there, Wolf, and then just follow the steps. You won't immediately have access to all the channels. You have to follow the instructions in the getting started, and then it's gonna unlock all the other channels. Alrighty. Virus is always roasting you, Tesh. Out of love, but always roasting. It's a perfect example of your trade, exactly, Paul. Right? But again, you should have never been in this thing below the 9 anyways. So nobody should be buying EG or EGIO below the 9 anyways, like we've been saying, just like you did on OBLG. So I mean, it looks like it's trying to hold the 50 here, Josh. It might still hold the 50 at 170, which is good. But that's somewhat of an educated gamble, right? Because you can already see two previous candles holding on that 50. There's two candles sitting there holding it.
Three.
Yeah,
Three.
exactly. So, if you're going to take a gamble, it has to be at a point where you're like, you know what, this is holding. Let me try it. But then let me also put a stop loss right below, So you're not just random. Look at that. Oh my
Yep, there
goodness.
it goes. Yeah, see?
Look at that, right? So if you're going to gamble, make it an educated gamble, not just the stock is crashing and you're like, oh, I feel pretty today, You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
You don't just randomly buy it. You wait. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good Lord. Wow. Okay.
So you look at this and you're like, oh, it bounced off the 50 last time. Oh, it's holding the third candle at the 50 now. Let me just try it. Put a stop loss below. There's something to that. And then now it's gonna hit 315 resistance. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Uh, in this, I would jump in at two, and you would hold till now. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying at $2, there's really nothing there, right? It's crashing. So yeah, again, the reason why Josh mentioned the third candle is because it bounced on the left hand side. So if you see something that the stock has done in the past, maybe you can replicate that again, and that's exactly what's happened there, right? 170 all the way to $2.15. That's a pretty nice pop, you know.
$2 hold is crucial. Otherwise, we're going to start the lower highs trend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a new one to add to the arsenal, Blaze.
I don't know how we come up with these things, Josh. They just come out. But
You're a genius, Blaze. That's all there is to it.
I don't know what to tell
Comedic
you.
genius.
Let's go. Let's see if we can clear that supply zone the second time of asking, and then cook.
Yeah, Ryan, that's not a bad idea. At the very least, to get your toolkit all set up on your charts properly and all that good stuff. That might be
Yeah.
a good idea regardless.
Yeah. I learned a lot in Discord, and I made a lot of monies and gifts. Hassan, absolutely. Like we.
Oh yeah, if you want to improve your meme arsenal, we can help with that too.
Just don't listen to Dan or and Pablo. You'll be okay. Uh, you're welcome, Natalia. Yeah, no, like the point I'm trying to make is, sometimes people just find random reasons. It's not that you're actually pretty, it's just, people find random reasons to buy stocks. People will come up with so many reasons. Like the shorts have to cover, right? The short interest is so high. Like, what does that really mean to you? You know? Like what does that mean? It doesn't when the short interest is high, it doesn't mean anything if the stock is not moving in your favor.
I mean, it does if you have, the whole market cap of the company to trade with, and you can just flat buy it out. Yeah, you could create your own very own short squeeze.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Let's
Well, if
see.
we start meme classes, I'm in on that. I'll be a teacher for those sessions.
Yeah. Yep. The trade because I'm a. Oh, Jay. Yeah. 3 p.m. Eastern time after the close. 4 p.m. Do you guys have any last questions for Josh and I, guys? I only have 4 minutes to go to the bathroom now and come back for one-on-ones. I blame virus.
I blame Indian food.
uh, yeah. Let us know if you have any last questions, guys, and we're gonna hop off. And Josh, thank you very much for coming on because we could actually just talk about ideas and educate and stuff like that. So and I always like when people hear stuff from someone else. So it's not just me yapping. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're not the only guy that has to play bad guy here. Unfortunately, we all have to slap people around. But
Yes, love it.
yeah, always happy to do it. Always happy to do it. But you guys have a great day. Be blessed. Go out and find somebody that you can bless today. Remember, all it takes is just an ear, sometimes. But change someone else's life. Do something small.
Yep.
Much love, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Yeah, God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alrighty, y'all. Again, have a wonderful rest of the day, and catch you guys in Discord. Mike, Virus, Jay, other Jay, Pyro, much love. War, see you in Discord. PJ, funny. See you in Discord. Ryan, see you in Discord. Andrew, see you in Discord. Wes, see you in Discord. Hassan, thank you very much. See you in Discord. Pablo, I don't want to see you in the soccer channel. Much love, Yi. See you in Discord. Gucci, see you. Stay green, not greedy, Jericho. Love it. Sammy, thank you. See you in Discord. Paul, we keep working. See you in Discord already. Jeff, have a wonderful rest of the day. See you in Discord. Dennis, keep making money, please. Have a great day. T strong. And we're gonna keep watching all of these names, right? The day is just getting started, so we will keep watching all of these names in Discord already. Ken, see you in Discord. Much love, all. Bye, guys.